supposed to add 3d6 because it's a sneak attack.
Correct. You'll go ahead and get the bonus.
I put that in situational.
Correct. Beautiful. You come in and do 20 points of damage. As you slice through it, you manage to hit one of the gemstones unbeknownst to you, and it cracks. It's like it echoes and roars as you just see flying debris of random dust bunnies and like silverfish and all those crazy creatures that no one can explain where they're born. That's where they come from. This bad guy. He just kind of coughs and poof, there's dust in the corner. There's a cobweb. No spider baiting that one. That was this dude just passing by. As he undisturbs the earth below him in a shake of disgruntled anger, he takes an additional 20 points of damage. A heavy blow by worse than anything else. So,
I want to use my cunning action to disengage.
you got it. Okay. All right. You disengage. In doing so, do you move where?
Just a little bit.
All right. You go ahead and reposition yourself to sidestep away. Understood. Anything else, or you hold your position?
I'm holding.
Okay. Hazel.
Hazel, take out her bow again and try to shoot this creature.
Okay.
But first, she actually puts on Hunter's Mark. Or I'm still concentrating on it.
Yeah, you should just be able to. Yeah, you should already be on it, because you get this is like your second round of combat or so.
Yeah. No. Did it hit?
I didn't see your roll come up. Did you see your roll come up?
Oh,
Did you guys see a roll?
It's 19.
Yeah, I see it.
Oh, there it is. It delayed on me. My bad. Nice. Yeah, that hits. You fire. Hits a perfect part. It echoes out. Wrath, you absolutely get the idea of what direction it's coming from.
Oh,
And-
It's 9 points of damage.
No.
No.
You can't do that.
Right.
Because you used your action.
I can't get my bees out.
Oh, that's fairy fire.
Oh, sorry, no. My swarm is also
Say that again?
coming. My bee swarm.
Oh, got it. Okay. And then that's additional damage?
1d6.
1d6, yeah.
And don't forget your hunter's mark damage.
Yeah, and my hand is stuff, yeah.
So it's just 2d6.
Right. That's it.
It's not sound like you're making stuff up, but we're rolling with it. 7 points of damage. It gets unsteady. A couple more stones fall. He's still standing, looking really strong. You guys see a lot of rocks and stuff on the floor, but it's a creature of earth. It's not even affecting the earth it's standing on. It's kind of tough to judge, more so than the fact that you guys are getting solid hits in. So, very solid. Anything else?
Yeah, that's all from Hazel.
Will the foe.
Will's gonna move around the back here so he can get in line with Sasha. And then
He looks over his shoulder toward you for general, making sure you're watching him and his motions using the blading which you gifted him. Like shoveling earth itself, just chipping it out. Some damage, nice. For 8 points. You see the mold. The earth almost shatters around as if the sands of time itself were falling. And he goes into the ground. And disappears. Everything goes quiet for a brief moment as you guys look around to one another and consider whether or not there's this echo now. And then silence.
I just give Will like a big slap on the back and then rub the top of his head.
He'll just he's like he's caught off guard, coughs it, and then gives you acknowledgement back. With that, comes down to a con. Wrath, you can go ahead and give me a survival check to see if you can kind of gingerly find your way toward your allies. You could experience it all over again. Well, you gotta decide. What direction do you go in? You really just hear a lot of commotion happening this way.
Mm-hmm.
You hear a weird echo drip drop, kind of like a little like bloop, bloop, but it's forced instead of it being natural north of you. And then you could go down against the water and get wet. It probably can reach about your waist level if you keep going up.
Oh wow. Okay.
The
Well,
echoes of your allies came further below. You imagine seeing the cliffs here. There might be a wave somewhere along back in which your allies found, but you really don't know.
I heard something from over here. I'll be like, "Hello, where are you guys?" And I'll just venture towards their voice.
Everyone else, give me a perception check real quick.
And before I get too wet in the waters, I'll just keep shouting.
True to form.
Oof. Hills, what are you doing as you're distracted by this creature no longer being present and it's no longer a problem for you?
I'm just super stoked with Will and how well he just did, and just making sure to congratulate him.
Did you hear that?
Yeah, we just killed the thing.
No,
Orson
I
also
think
heard
Ron
it.
was talking to us from the other side.
And I'm not sure if there's an echo, but I'm just gonna
Yeah,
repeat it like there is an echo.
Imaginary
Hello,
stuff.
hello, hello, hello.
You didn't hear it, Pills?
What?
Orson, can you hear it?
Where are you guys?
I hear him.
You see like a glistening glow as one of the ravines. They light a little torch, and as they do, it's Martin, and Martin waves out here. Let's say he moves.
I scaled
to
this, or is this?
No, he pops
scalable?
over here.
Okay.
I mean, for you maybe, but you see Martin over here as
Okay.
he's like waving a little torch.
All right. Hey, Martin.
And he's like, he holds the like torch to you first. And he kind of looks at you in judgment, like he needs some kind of verification of it being you. How do you
Yeah,
respond?
it's me, and I'll like repair a little bit of the bridge.
Starts burning the other part of the bridge to see how you act. And then he pulls the torch away and then waits to see what you do.
He starts burning it.
Yeah, as you're repairing one end, he burns the other end.
I just start splashing water.
You see Will Dafoe's ears and Sasha's ears, both of them, they're just like. Will Dafoe gives you pills, and Sasha gives you Hazel the look of he's okay. So, and they just kind of nudge, and you see the big old wrath come around the
Ron
corner,
coming.
like the
Speak up,
Undertaker.
Ron is here.
I didn't almost
Hey,
say it. You have to speak up.
Oh my god. Okay, everyone.
where'd you guys go?
You see Wrath as you come around the corner, a massive outcast standing before you,
Whoa.
equal in your size
Ow.
based off of a wingspan.
Equal in size, so I'm not looking.
Just based
down.
off of their just based off of their kind of like general roost. I wouldn't say
Who's-
for mass; they're much weaker in the sense of strength.
Okay.
And Wrath, you would understand that. You're what you are compared to them, but their size of nature just because of their natural race.
I just kind of look at him in the eye and I'm just like, I like it. Another tall person to help out here.
Greetings.
I'm Wrath. I don't know if we've met, but we might have.
I'm Orston, and we met very briefly
Just-
before we left you in a cave.
yeah, what was that all about? Was that Pill's idea?
What? You were kind of acting funny.
Yeah, that confirms it. It was pills, wasn't it? What were we called again? I forgot. Alex, we were called
Sure,
the.
you not-
We were still discussing that actually.
Were we flirting with the idea of the repos?
Pills repos.
Pills repos.
Well, it's
As
got
long as
alliteration.
pills.
Sure. So what do you do, Orston? Have
Bit of thievery and a bit of killing.
ooh, which one do you do more?
Probably thievery.
Oh,
Huh?
and I checked my pockets really quick.
You'll fit just right in.
Okay, I guess yeah, you stay right next to pills then. You guys will work
I mean,
perfectly as a
I'm
team.
not a thief. We don't steal things. We recover things.
Repossess
You mean you want
things.
that
That's
all?
you'll fit in perfectly with our group.
I
We've
like to
never
use that
taken
term as
something
well.
from a person who still owned it.
Right.
Yeah, exactly. We repo.
A nice way of putting it.
We just
The
take things
popo.
from people that don't need it anymore.
Are they not alive? Maybe they haven't been alive for centuries.
Right.
That's not stealing.
No, it isn't.
It's finding.
Yeah, but you want to have all.
And then I look towards pills directly, and I'm like, oh, why are you guys up here for?
I think somebody heard something down here. It definitely wasn't me because we know that's just not me.
You guys witnessed from further back coming down this way that there was this odd kind of effect happening further in, deeper in the water, where it looks like potentially a cascade might be, but it's dark up ahead. You guys were making your way there when surprise attack because someone wanted to touch one of the minerals. It looks like you have currently subdued any irritated forces in the room, though, and there are raw minerals present before you. Otherwise, there was just a pool of water of mysterious wonders further ahead.
While they're
Oh, yeah, you
talking,
put
can I check
gemstones
for
to that
anything
thing?
dropped?
Yeah.
Like quicksand, it dissipated into the earth and hardened below, but 3 of the stones in which it had upon its body come off as it slides through slow effortlessly with the earth itself. Ding, ding, ding. They sit there and they make an odd little chime of arrival. You have a amethyst, you have a violet, just raw gemstone at the value. Well, you guys can value them later. So violet raw gemstone, an amethyst, and a black diamond.
I
All
want to
about the size
immediately
of
yoink the
half a
diamond.
half a palm. Sorry.
Did you grab all of them, Orston?
I'm gonna try to.
I'll give
Bill's gonna shoot a hand in there.
Pills and Orston sleight of hands. Dun, wata, wata. You see both of them move. Orston has advantage over height, speed, stride, reach, all of them combined. Before Pills arrives, Pills looks, sees Orston go and move and come back, and then looks, and then it's gone.
Shit.
I'll just stand next to Hazel as we watch you guys try to fight for
Right,
it.
it's
Yoink.
always the same with Pilts. He always wants to have everything.
Like,
You hear Miss
ooh,
Ellie?
someone was faster than pills now.
Miss Ellie mocks it too.
I'm gonna nudge Will and just be like, keep an eye on that one.
Be like, Hazel, next time we should
He gives you a head nod.
Hazel, next time we should bet on this.
Right. We should
Who's
do
gonna
that.
who's gonna steal it? I'll bet you 1 gold coin next time.
We can do that.
Huh?
My money's on the new guy.
An unfair advantage.
Solid bet.
Not always.
A debate. What do you all do while still within? Oh, you guys, if you wish to, I guess, fill in Wrath to the basics, you were also offered the opportunity to be given free passage without getting eaten alive by that massive salamander creature if you guys got rid of the genie.
Alright. The salamander said he would spare us if we killed the genie.
Oh yeah, so we're supposed to rescue a hag from a Dow genie.
Mm.
Yeah, which is kind of how we went down this way in the first place.
Should I write down those gems? Or
I mean, I did, but if you do it all, it'll make it easier for you to remember before I add them.
what were they again?
See, they should have been writing them down. An amethyst, a black diamond, and a purple gem.
Pills, what do you know about genies? Don't you have something similar to that? Are they easy to
Run
kill?
into one before? No, decidedly not.
I'm sorry, say again?
No, definitely not.
Oh, you don't
Not
know
true.
anything about them?
I've run into a genie before. They're not easy to kill.
Okay.
Good to know.
Although I'm not 100% convinced that what we're dealing with here is a genie.
What else do you think it is?
Well, remember when we were at the party?
The
There
party?
was
What did I miss?
well, you're the one
And
that
there
went
was a
down that.
genie? There was a
Yeah.
genie at the party?
Yeah. So you went down to the party. We went to come look after you
Was
because
he getting drowned or something?
yeah, you got all kind of weird when you went into the party.
I mean,
Um,
what was in the bottle? Was the genie in a bottle?
it was definitely tainted. There was something wrong with it. Anyways, the genie that was there. Well, anyways, the genie showed up. It wasn't very convincing. I'm pretty sure it was a fake of some kind, like an illusion or something. I don't think we figured out exactly what it was, but it definitely wasn't a real genie. And we just kind of moved through them. Like we just kind of walked by them and then kept going.
Are you thinking they're more spirits or apparition?
Maybe like an illusion, like someone wants us to think it's a genie to scare us away. You know, like some
But then
Feyre
the
could be like
salamander
that.
wants us to kill it. No?
Well, he does. He wants us to rescue the hag.
Uh,
Maybe the hag doesn't want to be rescued and is scaring us away. I don't know.
maybe instead of rescue, it's a kidnap job.
Why does the salamander want a hag anyways? Who wants a hag?
Yeah, I'm questioning this my whole time.
But the salamander mentioned a genie. So they
He
fooled
did.
even him.
Could be. Could be.
Sh-
Or maybe they're a real genie and they were projecting themselves there or something.
Should we talk
But they
to the
didn't seem
hag?
to
Did
have
you guys
good
talk to the hag?
answers. We talked to the genie. They didn't have very good answers to the questions I asked them. They seemed to be kind of unsure.
What did you ask him? Did you ask him for 3 wishes or?
Shit, man, it was a week ago. I don't know.
You should have done that.
Basically, unfortunately for Pills, his roles were so in favor of his disbelief in this being a genie. All of his evidential attempts were ridden with bad RNG for the most part. Though the Dow did seem to let slip that it was not in presence at that time, and that's where Pills understood that this wasn't an immediate threat. Though there was a charm under the area that you guys were under the effect of. Only Hazel and Pills went untouched by it, as even Miss Ellie and you, Wrath, fell for it and were consumed by it for a cool brief period.
That's why I left trash behind.
I kind of appreciate
Well,
it.
because you were trying to lead us. You were trying to lead us up a different direction.
Yeah.
Oh,
And I was like, I don't know if I want to follow you. Because maybe you were taking us to a
But
trap.
you don't remember any of it.
I
Man,
don't.
what a party.
Oof.
They followed me and got attacked
I
instead.
had. Oh,
Yeah. Wait a second. Maybe you led us into a trap.
Who's the enemy?
yeah. Maybe
And
I
maybe
was
you rolled
leading you
again.
to the right spot. You know, maybe I had some type of meta information.
The world will never know.
Oh, did it disappear? Can we not go back?
Well, I guess we could.
You guys decide you go forward, try to find this hag, or go back and reconcede with the Dow and see, I guess, if it gets
Is
you.
there another path forward? I don't
So
really see.
you guys could have gone this way, which is where you didn't want to follow Wrath. You guys could go down this way. The water comes right here, and you can trust. There's an opening here.
Oh, now there's yeah.
And then there is something this way, and then you could go this way. There's like a double back this way kind of thing.
I thought we
But
were
up here, like on this
investigating the
cliff
void.
thing. Oh, go ahead.
Excuse me.
Yeah, you guys are coming to check out the void until you got attacked initially.
Should we continue or turn around?
Oh, actually, where's the apprentice? Did we left him behind again?
Oh god.
No, I'm right here. I'm fighting myself.
Oh, he got charmed too.
Right, I think
Yeah.
we left him up.
He got charmed.
He was like, "It's a party." He's like leading the
forgot about his
Ouroboros
acting.
I guess
Eagles.
while we're trying to figure out, are these rocks special in any way? Did we
They're
check?
just natural minerals, crystals. I mean, you could do like a. Are you a proficient geo nodist?
No.
Then you would look at them as they're cool. Yeah, I mean anything is harvestable in a sense, but you gotta carry it around. You know, you gotta break off the
Okay.
pieces to get in your bag. You know, whatever you wanted if you wanted to try, and try to sell it if you want to. But you know nothing about it. You probably couldn't tell anyone where you got it from, but you could absolutely do something with it if you wanted to. Otherwise, at this cliff in which Pills and Orston are, you do see waves of water rushing down into what looks to be that of like a odd black abyss as this light force is focused over this location, though it looks to be a void in some sense further deep below the depth, as if it's purposefully opaquing it to look like it's just nothing ahead.
Can I pick up a rock and throw it into this void?
You pick up a rock and you give me a performance check to see how great this toss is as you chuck it across into this void.
Fantastic. Don't even have to look at it. It's great.
You know, you definitely threw it so hard, so fast, it just went right in. Orston, you see that as he went to go pick it up, he dropped the rock before he even picked it up into the throwing stance as it shriveled and then falls off the ledge and falls into the water.
Oh, there's water right there.
Correct. And it's like a little cliff, and then
Wait,
this is
he fell in the water or the rock?
no, the rock did. Like he's
Oh, okay.
attempting to throw it, he dropped it, fumbled the rock.
I see.
You can see nothing.
I'm not sure. Does Hazel
Hey.
see something?
Nope.
You don't
Hazel.
know that.
Give me an Arcana check as you get closer to the edge. You put your senses to the test.
Oh.
You're looking at Pills for a good long while, distracted.
You know what? You should throw the rock. I should do the investigating.
Ellie? It's Ellie? Maybe Ellie can figure it out something.
Hey, Magic Man.
Kind of just like is letting you know it's really dark, and I don't like water in dark.
Can you heal me, Magic Man? I'll give you the amethyst if you can.
Can I do what?
Me? Are you referring to me?
No, Pills.
Oh.
Sorry, what'd you ask him?
I was asking if he could heal me, and I'll give him the amethyst if he can.
Oh, you see, I don't really have that kind of magic. Hazel might be able to patch you up slightly.
Okay,
What happened?
Yeah,
How much
she-
HP do you have?
What?
29
What
out of
happened?
45.
Let me see.
I see.
Let me look in my backpack.
Oh, but you have a spell? Did you get like a cure wounds or something?
Someone's carrying all our potions.
No, I think we used all those because we
Yeah.
died all the
Seriously?
time.
While I was gone, you guys used all your potions?
We used them all
No,
before you were gone.
Beforehand. Yeah, you don't recall. There's some times
You don't
where
recall we
used
almost
them.
got slaughtered outside of this cavern?
You just went deeper. You know, like no one said, "Let's go take a break."
It
You
was
know?
on you too. We wanted to go back to town, and you're like, "Nah, I'm jumping in this hole."
Oh, yeah. But
Nope,
rock
I have
is-
no recollection. Sorry.
But
Once
we're
the party
back again.
happened, it erased everything in my mind. Sorry, I was scratch my head.
Good guy. Can you
Heal
do
him.
something?
You can heal, Rob.
Yeah, I can heal. Let's see here. Let me just shake off my arms, assess, kind of like pat you down, see how damaged you are. And then I'll cast Lay on Hands, literally. If I can figure it out.
Just click on it, the picture, and then it should have a dice you can roll. If not, you can just choose a pool. So no, it's a choose from pool. You don't have the dice.
Oh, choose some
You
pool.
you have a full
Right,
max of 20 right
usability.
now, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so you use it all. And you pump it in all. So you can
I'd
full
use
20.
probably like 15, so that way.
Oh, okay, you want to use 15? That's fine.
Yeah,
So
how
you
do
can
I
get
punch in how much I want to use?
So let me see. I haven't looked at this new sheet to be
Because the
honest.
last time I did it, it only consumed 1, which, I mean, I'm happy to trade 15 for 1.
Noon. Okay, so in the let me drag it to your favorites, see if that kind of pulls it there. Yeah, there you go. On the bottom left of your character sheet, do you see it on your favorites?
Yeah.
There you go. You see that 20, you could just click on that and put minus 15 and boom, now it's at 5.
Oh, okay. So just manually type it in.
Yeah, pretty much just track it
Okay.
down.
Okay. I wasn't sure if that was automated.
I totally
Use
forgot
it.
you were a paladin.
What happened?
I totally forgot you were a paladin, so I
Oh,
was
no
asking Pills for
worries.
help.
No worries, and I'll heal you for 15. So go ahead and get 15 HP left.
I already applied it.
Okay, perfect.
And I already set it
Bill
here.
holds his hand out expectingly, looking at you. Marston.
I'll
I-
take the amethyst.
Wait, Orson's looking for payment
I
off
give,
his buddies. He's
I give,
pimping
I
them
give
out.
Pills a high five.
Excuse me, my employee healed you.
Stiff the bill?
I'm gonna hand Wrath the amethyst and tell Pills that they can fight over it then.
I greatly appreciate it. Thank you. And I'll pocket it. Put it in my backpack.
When we could
Actually,
find
I'll
them,
take it
use
out,
them.
look at Pills, and then I'll kind of like blow it off and rub it a little bit, dedust it. And I'll be like, all right, put it in my backpack. One for
That's
the
right.
money.
No more pay for you.
I still haven't even gotten paid.
You just got paid.
That's the part of your percentage. Was part of that was your percentage right there.
You know what? That's a good idea. I should definitely just start charging people for heals.
Just kick it out with a P.
Yeah.
So, 2 failed. Orston and Wrath, both of you guys may attempt to try to figure out what is ahead in the unknown abyss by doing either a. Let me look at your sheets real quick. Let's see if it makes sense for you.
Can I fly over it and look down?
For sure, I've never heard of the Bermuda. Do it.
All right, let's do it.
Before you take off,
You can do an insight, Wrath.
Hills is gonna reach up to you, and he's gonna reach up as high as he can, so it's not awkward. Pat you, and he's like, "Don't fuck this up," and he's gonna cast guidance on you.
Guidance. You feel a little bit of leading way. Wrath, your gut kicks in, and you're like, something is different here. Orston flies off. As Orston does that, your gut kicks in again. Zing! Orston's in danger, but is it too late?
Wait, that's my
Wrath.
gut, or that's
Orston,
his
yeah.
gut. Okay.
No, it's both of you. No, it's Wrath's gut as you watch Orston fly over. You're like, uh-oh, that's not good.
Ah.
What
Okay.
or would you call out?
Come back.
Orston, you hear Wrath yell out to retreat. Do you do so, or do you blindly go forward?
Yes, I'll listen to him.
You stop as you go to. Give me a wisdom saving throw as you hear a cackle. Only Orston hears this. As you guys see Orston just kind of like a bird flying into an invisible pole, just getting stopped in midair. Say it again.
So don't forget your D4.
Oh, your D4.
What do I do?
A D4 additional for your guidance.
D4.
Yeah, the guidance. Yeah.
Is it for checks or saving throws?
It is
Both.
for. Let's just put it down here. How do I put it in the chat?
I think you just click on it, to be honest. like as if you were using it, and just not consume the
That's
resource.
Need to cast spell.
Oh yeah. There you go.
It's only checks, not saves.
Oh shit.
Dang.
So
Ah.
13, you just see him freeze up, and he slowly just goes gray, and then black into the background as you hear like a wash. As one of the waves break out of nowhere, like a rogue wave coming in. You guys all blink for a second, and Orston is gone.
He's under the
Orston,
Oh
water.
no, not again.
you hear this cackling. What brings you so close and willing to my imprisonment? I can still influence those weak and small, feebled ones. How do you respond?
We were told to come save you.
A shining one. You think that you can just hover and peer through and call that a heroisms? You need to do more. Perhaps you all have enough power to override the spell's container. Overpower it with just the raw inertia of your abilities. And then we can discuss my promises after freedom. You get the sense that she's offering you an understanding, but you'd have to bring it to your friends because you sure in hell don't understand what she means
And this is just Orston, right?
at this time.
Okay.
Yeah, Orston's a non-spellcaster,
Okay.
right? Orston, you don't you don't spell.
No, I don't.
Yeah, as a non-spellcaster, the innuendos of power and magic overriding skip right over you, but you do understand what she's saying, and you get that your allies might be able to decipher it further.
I'll head back to my
That was a short-lived
allies and
partnership.
ask them.
As you look, you realize that your allies are a little further than you thought originally, and you begin to fly back, and you're like, whew, man, you don't remember going this far. Probably about 60 or so feet, you see Orston reemerge out of nothing. Silence and all.
Oh, he's safe.
You're welcome.
We thought you disappeared there.
Did you figuring out something?
I have returned, and
You see that?
the voice offered some kind of understanding.
There's a voice?
What voice?
I do
What
not know.
kind of understanding? Did you make a deal?
No deal yet.
Deal
What
or
kind?
no
Wait, what
deal?
kind of understanding was it?
It was more like instruction, like overpower their cell, like overpower it, and then they'll be free, and then they'll talk about promises for freeing them.
Okay, we're
Oh.
supposed to overpower their containment, and they're going to give us something in return.
This sounds
You know
very
what?
familiar.
Yeah.
This sounds like the spellcaster guy.
This
Where is he again? Oh, he didn't give his name.
Where's the apprentice?
This over here.
He's like, well,
Apprentice?
yeah,
Where is he again?
I'm
This-
right. I'm
Oh my
right
God,
here.
hiding.
I just
What do you-
he takes his hood off. That's all I'm wearing, guys.
You're always hiding.
You're a great and powerful wizard.
I'm an apprentice. We all know this. You don't need to rub anything in.
You have such high knowledge. What do you think of this
You-
water?
You made it sound like you were very powerful.
I am a studied individual, yeah, but when you say it so condescendingly, I don't know whether or not you're just trying to hype something up or butter up a conversation, or I'm an apprentice. I've dealt with jerkier folk. Otherwise, my opinion on all this, he's gonna do an insight check because he's an insider.
Okay. Should I roll like a persuasion?
You don't need to roll persuasion, but if you want to see if you believe him or not, with the 12, he's gonna stumble over his words. kind of like is really quickly thinking. This. Describe to me what it is you felt as he looks to Orston.
It was entirely black out there, and I felt an immense power.
He looks behind you and he sees just the blackness of all beyond after the two little breaks of waves. Ah, okay. And they said they were stuck, but they were. But how did they? Did you see them? Did they touch you? Did you see where they were stuck?
I was pulled in, but no, I could see nothing.
While they're having this conversation, can I go ahead and cast as a ritual spell detect magic?
Yeah. He's like, it sounds like it's like a trap of sorts that's built in to wherever this is. He kind of goes over the options. He kind of bounces them around. He looks to you, Pills, and goes, uh, what do they call it when you walk and you step on something and something down the hall shoots at you? What kind of trap is
A
that?
trap? Call it,
Pressure
call it
plate?
trap. Well, if you step on something, it's. Oh, did you say trip plate?
I usually call it uh-oh or oh shit.
I really don't know. I'm I'm just I'm trying to describe what I think. Okay, scratch that. In the magic terms, we have the glyph of warding, but that this isn't a glyph of warding because you can't cast it on water. But did any of you guys know any force spells?
No. Well, Eldritch Blast is technically a force spell.
Sure, but no, I meant more like containment spells. Like I think there's a containment spell in there, and it doesn't contain us, so it doesn't affect who passes. But in passing to their containment cell, they can commune with us. But on the outside, they can't.
So how do we get somebody out of their containment cell?
We we dump a bunch of spells against it, like a surcharge of Feyres. You know how they first discovered counterspell?
Hmm.
Nope.
They just got a bunch of mages together and casted their
Launched
strongest
an Eldritch
spells against
Blast.
another spell. And then they didn't realize until later that a weaker spell could really just stop a stronger one if you just did it right. But
Huh.
we thought you had to overpower it. Well, now everything is built around counter spells. So if this thing needs us to brute force it, I'd imagine we would just need to pump enough spells into it.
Okay.
Just
Sounds
shoot
good.
an Eldritch Blast into the void.
Say that again, Pills.
I'll just shoot an Eldritch Blast into the void.
Phew. As it goes about 30 feet into the void, you see like a little veil of a force field. Yet the Eldritch Blast from this, it's really hard to tell what it's doing other than hitting a force field. In the sense of any damage, it's not coming across in any translation.
It doesn't seem to be coming from like a particular focal point either. It's
That's
just
wherever
like
it
a
got
wall.
hit, it just ripples off into
Okay.
nothingness. Kind of like just like a random like touch screen just responding to your touch.
Okay. Sounds good. And it
It's
was
like,
30 feet away?
that's where the Eldritch Blast made contact.
Okay.
30 feet
Right.
beyond the into the blackness, basically, into the dark. So 50 from where you guys are standing, give or take. Anyone who can cast magic can give me an Arcana check.
Does my detect magic see anything?
Oh
Any
yeah, you
chance?
cast your detect magic. So, he is on the right border. It is a containment spell. It is
Yes.
okay. With that wrath, you absolutely pick up that it is called a Zeus spell. It is called that because Zeus once created a trap for the three titans. This is in similar sense. The purpose of it is to keep, in this sense, you imagine the hag is what's inside, within by preventing it from being able to affect what's outside, though the outside can affect the cage naturally,
Okay.
which is why the hag understands it to need to be brutally done because it's it's a powerful cage spell basically. But you would know it as a Zeus container.
All right. And before I share all that information with the team, I'll I'll ask everybody before I tell you this information. You guys said that there was a genie trying to contain a hag. Did you guys defeat the genie at all? Because if we break out
No.
the hag, what's to stop the genie from coming out and attacking us?
If you remember, there was a thing that presented itself to be a genie that I'm not 100% sure was a genie.
But you guys didn't kill whatever that was, right?
No, we didn't. It just kind
So
of went away.
so technically we could, if we throw a bunch of spells at it and we waste our stamina for this, we might be in for another fight.
I mean, I can shoot these blasts at it like all day.
All right.
Like,
Raph, you would
I'm good at
understand that cantrips cast a spell, like it requires spell slots of a certain quantity to break through. You don't know how many total, but there is a minimum requirement of spell levels to put into this to break it.
Because of
Because
that.
you rolled a nat 20. I forgot that you rolled that. So yeah.
So,
So he
you
says
sure
that,
that's
but you can then go ahead and now counter that informational knowledge that Pills drops on you.
you share this with us?
Yeah, I share that with you. Yep.
So I am wondering about this. Why was the hag trapped in the first place? And do we actually even want to let the hag go?
I mean, hags aren't usually good-natured folk. Did
Right.
I look at Orston and I asked, did she say she would trade anything for this? For being released?
She said she would do something. It was all very vague.
Oh yeah, Carmel. The salamander's name was Carmel.
Correct.
That's interesting.
You hear an
Carmel.
echo.
Are we?
You
Must be from
literally hear
Newport Beach.
They would they would let us descend further without blocking our path. There was like a stairs down that they were blocking from us.
And
They
if
would let us
we
go down
release
there.
this hag, do we have to bring them to Carmel?
It wasn't specified, but I imagine that's probably like part of the deal.
And
Or
he
the hag
said,
would just,
was he specific in saying he would let us cross alive?
he did, yes, actually. I think that was pretty
Okay.
explicit.
Correct.
Okay.
Um,
All right.
but to be fair, oh shit, never mind. Yeah, we do probably need to go down here.
One.
Remember, we're down here for a reason. That bunny person sent us down here to get something.
Who? What?
Can you remember what it was?
No, she didn't tell us what it was. Remember the
She just
bunny
told you
person?
that you know
She
it when you
told
see
us,
it.
In the city, the merchant.
yeah,
Yeah.
she told us to come down here to get something, and if we didn't get it, then we were kind of, like on the shit list.
You
While
guys
they're
are.
talking, can I try to break one of the crystals off the wall?
Sure. Also, go ahead and give me a history check to see if you know who they're talking about. Oof. Yeah, you're like, huh. You feel like that means something to you at this time, Morstan, but you blow past it as you chip off. How big are you trying to chip off the piece here? How big is the piece?
I want to get multiple small pieces so I can put them in my pocket or my backpack.
Give me a sleight of hand.
That's pretty darn good.
You probably get about, let's find out. About that way. There we go. You get 10 little, about, I'd say, thumb-sized pieces of generous, like, polished stones. You may choose the color.
Does the color matter?
You may choose the color.
Black.
You got it. 10 thumb-sized black gemstones. You got it. You chuck them into your little satchel, and you get focused back to the team. As you all consider and weigh the favors, you realize that, Pills, you are correct. You do have I guess it's not necessarily like a shit list, more so like a proving that you can and you're capable of being a part of this group in a deeper way. Furthermore, you were aware that other people were coming here, and I would say that pills that would make you insightfully curious on something, and that would be your newfound ally. Were they perhaps sent here also by said merchant who said they had sent others ahead?
Pills. Did you catch that last part?
Orston might have been sent here by the rabbit.
But or to this also daft, which would make sense that the rabbit sent many instead of one great one.
Jesus Christ.
So, a question, DM,
Yes.
about this containment thing.
Yep.
Throwing spells at it, does it have to be force spells or?
Nope. It just has to be spells that can. You just basically you have to sacrifice a certain amount of spell slots.
Okay, so if I do like detect magic on it, or sorry,
I mean, so a bit
If I
more purposeful,
do-
a bit more pliable to the
like a
situation.
command to it or
I
compelling
mean, really,
duel?
you just kind of have to describe it as you guys are kind of communing your energy against this, but you know,
Okay,
like from
okay.
like a blanket, non-branded.
I was about to say I do not have any ranged
Yeah,
force
gotcha.
slots.
As long as there's a pool of power, you guys all take a little orb of energy from yourselves and hope it totals enough.
Okay,
Basically,
I'll give one.
I kind of spent all my effort in these last fights.
So will
There's a
you
joke
say-
somewhere in there. Sorry.
Kind of blew my load already, guys.
Take a break.
Drink some Gatorade.
Yeah, maybe.
Mm. Also, quick question, DM: do ritual spells where you don't consume a slot count as well?
Not necessarily, because it would
No.
be like you're casting it on something and you couldn't cast it pliably onto a water cage.
Okay, gotcha. Thank you.
Otherwise, I
yes.
don't. I really
All right. So,
Yeah.
do you want to do this now, or do you want to rest, Pills?
What was that, feels real quick?
I said, speaking of ritual spells, any word on that book?
Yeah. You got me. Let's see, homebrew, player item.
Yeah, so pills as a warlock, a short rest, I'll get my spell slots back. But I only get 2 slots. So, you know,
That's pretty darn good. I kind of wish we short rested before I, healed Orston.
I don't have healing spells though, so I'm a warlock.
Oh well.
I mean, I think like a celestial warlock would get healing spells, but they're like
Oh
the only
no,
one.
but I mean, if Orston also took a short rest, then I wouldn't have to add.
Oh yeah, fair.
Oh well.
Oh, that's true.
What's done is done.
We didn't know.
Yep. We didn't know at the time either. Who knows?
So I would get 2 second level spell slots. I don't know what
Right.
everybody else has at their disposal. I don't know. Can you divine smite from range?
I mean, theoretically, if it's a range attack, no, correction. I think it's a melee and verbiage. Let's
Yeah,
see.
it's melee.
and verbiage. Yeah.
So I would have
So
to
you're just gonna
cast.
get up there and start smacking it.
Yeah, can I swim up to it and smack it?
Just slap it open hand.
I mean, you want to get
Yeah.
in the water? By all means, go for it. Jump
Divine
in.
smite.
I will just channel my spell slot through this dance ceremony that I will
What about
perform.
your burning? Don't you have like a burning smite or?
Burning sensation. I do. I do.
Is it heat arm
Wait,
or
which one? A burning smite
heat
or a
metal?
burning?
Or
I have a
is it-
thunderous smite and
Oh.
and I've got wrathful smite, but they're all melee.
Oh,
Yeah, most of my I have searing, which is also
oh, that's
melee.
why. Oh, see,
I can purify food from a distance. Sorry.
What do you got spell wise?
Alarm. Alarm.
Is that it? What else you got?
Fairy fire.
No, look at your spell book.
All right, if we're just waiting here.
Anything you have in mind, Orston, to contribute?
Fairy fire is not speaking from my-
I have absolutely no magic whatsoever.
Outside of magic, more like just general ideas of survival or things
I
while
can
down here.
skulk and scout around the cave and kind of map it out a bit more for them.
We need spells that can impact this thing from a distance.
No. I don't have this. I'm a ranger.
Well, I mean,
You could do
maybe
a survival check
fairy
if you want.
fire on the thing.
Me?
It will improve the chances of my things.
What I can allow
impact-
you guys to do as a ritual, because right, can both of you do rituals?
Yes.
Pills, you
but
could do rituals too.
As long as it's in my book.
Okay, so let's just say as long as another party member can also ritual cast that thing, you can assist them with it. Also, you guys can combine an X amount of chosen spell slots into either an arrow, a range attack, any one singular thing, and empower as a ritual. Like you guys are really kind of tethering the strands together to create this unique spell to impact this thing from a safe distance. I don't want you guys to walk up and nuke yourself just to get through this on unlimited supplies. And you guys are decently skilled. You guys, you got a very magical paladin and pills. You've seen some shit.
Yeah.
I have a
I'll
question.
Oh, wait, Hazel woke up. Hazel, remember
Hey,
she's
Apprentice, what spells you are
the apprentice
having?
looks at you guys. What? Huh? Why are you guys always looking at me and trying to point fingers? What I do this time?
Because you're the wizard here, you might be able to assist us here.
Let's see here.
Can I try and
I can
persuade
give
him to
2
help?
levels. He's offering 2 levels. That's what he's got.
2 level 1s or 2.
Oh yeah, 2 level 1s. He's out of his level 2s. He only had that once. And he
Are we
is-
taking a short rest, by the way?
if you want to, you guys up to you. It's an
Yeah,
hour.
let's take a short rest. Because otherwise, I'm kind of useless.
Go ahead. Trigger
I'll-
and
I'll
roll
give,
some of that if you wish to still.
Paladins don't regain a spell slot for short resting, right? It's
I
just
don't believe
warlocks.
so.
Only,
I believe-
only
yeah.
warlocks.
Okay.
If you click
that's
short
good.
rest and you don't get it back, you don't get it back.
All right, I'll spend 1 spell slot for this as well. Do we have an idea that like it requires a lot of spells to kind of hit it at one point or one time, or if it's not enough, can we add more afterwards and it just kind of
Oh yeah,
keeps
no,
stacking?
yeah. You can. You're not gonna know how much is necessary, but you can hopefully get it in one go or just get it in 2 go. However.
Okay, but
it's up to
the
you guys.
initial energy doesn't dissipate, right?
No, it'll collect.
Okay, cool.
So maybe you can cast Fairy Fire on it, which will kind of enhance our ability to hit it. Apprentice, what spells do you have?
I think we're just gonna. You want to just channel into the bow?
Like spells in general.
Oh.
He has burning
We're
hands.
just gonna-
For first level, he has burning hands, shield, and sleep.
Burning hands and sleep.
You're just gonna channel your magic into.
Okay.
Here, why don't you just channel your magic? Hold on. Why don't you just channel your magic into me while I volley scorching rays at this thing?
Okay, sounds good.
Maybe
I'll,
he's killing you.
I'll channel 1 spell slot too. Boom.
All right.
I'll put my hand on top of Pill's head, kind of give it a little bit of a cue ball rub around. I don't know if he's bald or not.
There's hair on there. There's some hair.
There's
there.
hair. Oh, okay. I'm still just palming your hand, anyways.
You got it.
And
Okay.
I will raise my hand up.
And that's a
then-
total of how much?
Hazel, are you gonna?
1
chip in
spell
here?
slot for me.
Sure. Wait a minute, I have to preparing my. Oh, wait.
Pills, how many from you?
I guess it's a total of it's 2 level 2s.
Ooh, 4? Okay.
Yeah. And I guess it's a one level 1 from Hazel.
Okay.
Excuse me.
And then 2 level 1s from the apprentice, 1 from Wrath. Gotcha. Okay, beautiful. Now, Wrath, you're I'm sorry, Pills, you're the one actually initiating it, like exerting it.
Yeah, I'm gonna be like shooting out scorching rays, like 2 level 2 scorching rays.
You got it. You focus at it and you fire at
Particularly like
it.
6 blasts.
As it flies and swirls at it with intense purpose. You watch it and you see it hit burst of initial ripple. Large and wide begins to spread over it for once you actually see color breaking past this black miasma like abyss. And then the second one, it then continues these ripples, and then now you see like a shake between. Now there's like these weird kind of chain like objects moving in different lateral and horizontal directions automatically, as if it is a chained panel of white chains over now a black background. Yet you see a glow of a figure behind it, small compared to this massive cage in which they're being held in. But you know, hags, from historical studies, that they can be no joke. You hear all of you hear this. Oh, that's powerful. That is good. Can can we talk about promises now? She
What do
stands
you
on the other
want?
side of these cages as these chains that are automatically moving, and then just glares through. You see this just. Let me see if I can share the token picture.
Why is the
I think
genie holding you?
It's a genius. It's holding me. The genie is a guest. A guest. And this is what they did. They begin to get
Say
irritable.
gas?
A guest.
Yes. Hazel, do you believe her?
I'm not sure. I don't know. Maybe.
can we do an insight check on him?
I'm notoriously bad about telling if people are telling the truth.
Give me an insight
So,
check.
Okay, let me see if Hazel can do a. What was it inside?
Yes.
that
Can we
sounds ominous.
can we all do it? Oh, nice. Never mind. Even better.
Ooh, Hazel. She's not lying. The Tao is a guest. They don't. You can absolutely pick up off of her feelings and feed that. The hag is from here. You look at them and you can identify them as an anise hag. They have boils and this kind of warty, thorny kind of frog growth on them, and nothing seems right. They're damp in nature, and they're not a sea hag, but they definitely look like they belong here in the caverns, and they don't seem to give off any kind of hostility, to posture, even though they're disgusting and grotesque to come across, and everything they do looks like a aggressive action. They themselves are giving you eyes of truth and softness of pleading to more hear them out.
Are you saying a guest? Like they're a
Yeah.
guest
Yeah.
at my party?
Like, be our guest, be our guest. Put my service to the like a guest. She yells at you. Yeah, but yeah, a guest.
I'm sorry. Sing that again.
How do you guys approach?
Yeah, Kels, I think she's telling the truth.
What are you
Okay.
willing to give to us for setting you free?
Yes, rewards.
Promises, promises of you'll be my guests and not compel me to my own contains. Just, ooh, I won't let my nephews harm you unless you've already met them. He
You have
stares.
nephews?
Nephews?
Where are your nephews?
Oh, you don't want them. They'll eat you whole.
I'm not a very good meal, so.
See, no. I don't want to offer that. I
I
protect
kinda-
you. I promise. They won't touch you.
At
Not
the
a
mention,
hair.
at the mention of food, I kind of just like look off to the side, just kind of remembering I'm hungry, and just
I
tuning
just kind of
right
look
into the
back to the rest
conversation.
of the folks like, are we? Is this cool? We're good? Can we just go forward or what?
Do we have the impression that she's released already? Or
She's
just
standing
not there yet?
clearly fine behind these chains, though it doesn't look like she's tried to touch them. She's made no efforts to pass them. She has not tried to advance further, even through her anguish and frustration. She has argued from where she stands.
These chains
Okay.
are like magical chains, right?
They
Like,
seem
are
to be
these part of
magical chains going across
is
it.
it
It's
part of the
definitely,
barrier?
it's like it's kind of like going off into like in the full directions of north, south, east, west, and a 2D plane against you.
Okay.
Seeming like a barrier of sense still, and
Okay.
everyone can see it.
Okay, so she's still contained then.
To the
All
visual
right.
perspective.
Dude, I just blew my load again. I'm out.
Well, I can give up one more spell slot if you want to initiate
You can
the shot with maybe an
can
Eldritch
you yeah,
Blast.
can you like supercharge my
Yeah, I'll just like
Eldritch
hold your
Blast here?
hand. Yep, go for it.
Can we just hold hands like
Oh,
There you go. Actually, you
okay,
just hold like my finger, and I'm like, go ahead, pull it.
and I'm gonna just shoot out Eldritch Blast at these chains.
You got it. You fire Eldritch Blast. Go ahead and
Huh.
just roll an attack roll. Let's just see what it does.
Oh, all right.
Oh, that's new. Maybe.
Is this an advantage because of Hazel's
Yeah. You can honor that.
fairy fire?
Yep. It's marked.
If you miss,
Jesus Christ. No
I'm
pressure.
gonna be pretty pissed. Oh, thank God.
As you hit it, it's like a ding. They just shatter off, and you just hear this cackling laughter.
I like how it doesn't even pick up his laugh.
I know, right? Let me see if I switch it to this.
Nope.
Some are too squeaky.
We
Um,
just
That's
see
too
you.
high.
you get the idea. The Witch of the West. As such, good Sir Pills, the Finder's Tome is in your inventory. Otherwise, the rest of you guys see her laugh and cackle as she moves forward, and she points out her finger all scrangly, and it goes,
Oh.
You all have been memorized. Yes.
What was that?
Memorized.
Okay, thank you.
Let me drop her little token. Sorry. I thought I put it. She didn't show up. Oh no! Why isn't the picture? Let's see. Odd. Don't know how I can have a picture and not have that as a picture. Whatever. I'll figure that out in a second, guys. But it's big. It's a big old little hag. A big old little hag. That's oxymoron. It's a big hag, and they just point off at all of you. They memorize you. I've seen that basically that they know your face. They make very slow movements towards you all and just kind of speak out nonchalantly, as if they're speaking in general for everyone to hear, but they're not directing the conversation at any of you with purpose. It goes, was constantly, Captain. The most worst places. She would make me wonder if she'd ever release me. That Tao is they dead. She looks across each of you.
Are you going to kill the Dow?
Only proper vengeances.
So we released you, so your nephews aren't going to eat us anymore, right?
Oh, they won't bother.
Okay.
Not a soul.
Do you think we can escape here without, or will the Dao try to kill us?
Oh, we'd already know about your betrayal if you did promise them
Oh, we
services.
promised them services, and I kind of cover up myself. What did we
I don't
promise
remember
them?
promising them anything.
Who? They're her nephews?
No,
The salamander? Caramel?
no, the Dao.
Oh, we didn't promise the Dow nothing.
We didn't promise the Dao anything.
Hmm.
What's your name, by the way?
She just winks and then turns into a reasonably sized fairy.
Oh,
I am not someone I share kindly names with. You must earn my trust.
but we just
She
released you.
flutters there.
Is that not just enough?
That is servitude for favors.
Fair.
The bear told you to release me? Yes.
I don't
The
know.
bear
Carmel?
What do you mean,
like
Caramel?
candy. Yes, that's the one. Carmel echoes throughout the cave. He hears but our talks outside his name. He needs us for something below. He tell you truth, yes.
He said he would let us go below. What does he need us for? Does he need you for this too?
That's great. He has his team now. He thought I was strong enough alone. He then tried to help and realized the risk was not worth his own rewards of life and death.
Ask you, this Dow, is this a true Dow?
I feel their power. Caught off guard. Not proper defense, not nearly fair. I cannot say I not see, but I've been told by gods. I tell Bahir. Bahir confirm. And now you arrive. You meet us now.
Sorry?
Did you they said, did you meet this now?
Not, I wouldn't say really. We met a projection, maybe, of someone who could be a Dow. But I wasn't 100% there.
I feel as if the Tao is the Bahir's doing.
Wait, so Carmel brought the Dow, and the Dow imprisoned you, and then Carmel wanted us to free you from the Dow that Carmel brought and then imprisoned you?
No. The Bahir failed with me. We flee. I choose not to try again. Blind punishment of imprisonment came by voice of this Tao. And now the Bahir needs me, but as you. Doubling down.
What is the relationship here? Do you work for Carmel? Does Carmel work for you?
I venture, search, find, get greedy. I did not know I took from Bahir.
What did you take?
Belongings, nothings but greedy they are. I pay my efforts. They fail. So I call even. I flee, leave. In fact, I was out. but brought back in. This bear, he play. We leave, or else he gets his fangs in all of us.
Sounds like
we
we
should
need to go.
leave.
Below, treasure, opportunity, ruins. Yes, nether. But
Okay, let's go.
the gods, kill, mean, greener and eviler than I. Not anything I want to see.
Oh, but we have a powerful hag and a super powerful wizard. We'll be fine.
I might be enticed to travel, but first, bear here will betray. We must secure our flanking.
Carmel told us that we could go. He said we had to rescue you, and then he would let us pass.
Bang, so I paid it back in favor. For your success, I be free. I am free. So you may return and inform them of my freedom.
Is that what you want us to do?
I do not mind your choices, but I will not go back by forces.
Can we have like a token or something that shows that you are truly free?
Hmm. I
Maybe I could
sure.
just like cut off one of your boils, or
In her fairy form, you see her kind of pull out her claws, and they're very sharp for how small she is. And you see her just rip off one of the probably about 4-inch sharp talon that she had on her left hand, and just hands it to you. As she drops it into
thank
your
you.
hand, pills. It has weight. It's like a like a like a like a metal needle that has like that's like solid. It's just like, oh, that's why these hurt.
Impressive, very impressive.
She pulls her hand back and you see it just as she force regrows another one. Slowly, but in the attempts and painfully so.
We are in awe of your regenerative abilities.
She flutters. I will get my kins and depart this place. She begins to take
Bye.
off.
Hey, come visit us. Bye. Remember the repos.
You guys hear like a
Pills repos.
roll in the distance.
Oh, you gotta have alliteration. You can do Wrath's Reapers, but it's gotta be you gotta have alliteration.
Alliteration?
Yeah, Pills Plunders, Wrath's Reapers, like the RR or the PP,
The PP.
Hazel?
the PP. Jesus.
He said pee pee.
Hazel's
PP.
Orders,
Orston's Oreos? I don't know.
Orston's,
Hornist?
Orston's,
I guess
Orders, I
orders.
don't
Yeah,
know,
like Hazel said, yeah.
Orston's,
Oohs. They'll just not have the H. It's silent.
Orston's Oops.
You got something, Orston?
Trying not to be offended at the moment.
This is all in character where we're
Ooh, ooh. Sorry.
Orston oodles. I don't know. I like it. Sounds something.
deeply racist remark for an owl person.
All right. So we should probably leave too if she
So,
left.
Orston, what's your opinion with all that commotion and this hag saying YOLO?
And she's telling us to basically fight Carmel.
No, she's saying if you guys choose to go down to be rid of Carmel, as they will betray you.
And did she agree me to
She
fight
refers to
with us?
Carmel as Bahir. No, she said she'd go down below if you can guarantee, if you can secure the flank. So, like, if you guys are absolutely telling her, "Hey, we'll fuck it up," she might agree. She could be persuaded to help. But if you guys' intention is to walk up and say, "Hey, so here she is," she's like, "Nah, I'm out. Fuck that." She gave you proof of her freedom, but at no point does she want to go into the servitude yet again from her story or her end of the story with the Bahir.
Well, if Bahir's gonna betray us, then I choose to believe her for now.
Okay.
So I probably believe her as well. However, um, we made a deal with the rabbit, which I forget her name,
Maybe. No.
Let me see.
that we would come and retrieve this artifact. And if we don't, then we're kind of like on a list. Um,
Is the
so I feel like we
story...
probably have to. Sorry, go
Sorry,
ahead.
no, go ahead.
I was going to say we probably have to proceed. I mean, we could just run away and not go back to the city and just keep like go somewhere else. That's always
Is
an option.
is the story that I was also sent by the rabbit? And if so, could you fill me in on kind of who they were?
No, you were not
Um,
sent by them necessarily. I had you roll to see whether or not you recognize who that is because of your history as a thief, like as a
Oh,
natural
okay, I see.
drug
So I
dealer.
was just coming in here to kind
You
of case
understand
the
the
joint.
trade. Yeah, you're just kind of like one of those guys on the side that might have seen Derbyist, etc. And you recognize others that aren't your profession but similar, and you're like, you felt lucky today, and now you're in this shithole. So, welcome.
um,
You followed Wrath in,
so
and you're like, oh great.
Phil will loosely share that we have been sent down here by this rabbit person to recover an artifact that we don't really know what it is, but it's kind of one of those you'll know it when you see it.
We should have asked the
Basically,
hag.
there's guaranteed information past that there is something down here that is worth.
But if we don't get it, that we owe, and if we don't pay up,
There you
we
go.
will pay in another way, kind of.
Shit,
It's kind of
shit.
like tips ain't free, but they're
Kind
free if you succeed.
We should
um,
have asked the hag about the artifact. Damn it.
well, I think if we should
Technically,
probably
she gave
try
you a
and
lot.
You did?
we should probably try and find a place to long rest.
She said that below her and the Behir failed against some kind of guards within the nether of some kind of ruin. A
Okay.
Well,
combat
then we're
ensued and they
doomed.
fled.
I know if he failed, then I guess
Hmm.
our group of people can do more than he has.
Bahir seriously intimidated us apparently last time.
Oh, really? Goodness.
He's intimidating, It's a big old settlement.
I think Pills wanted to long rest. Is this a safe spot for it, guys? I don't know. I don't remember. I just came off some wacky hag drug.
Pills, are you in agreement to trying to do a full arrest? Is that what you're trying to say?
I think
I
he
think
left.
he wanted to do this,
Yeah.
Okay, everyone's
His,
in agreement. You
Can I
guys can
look
do. You guys can
around to
set
see
up a
if it's
camp.
safe?
I mean, you guys can do some survival checks real quick as you do a little surveillance,
can I?
and you guys will obviously have to do watches because this is an active cavern. But you guys overall could be safe, could not be safe. We won't know. We'll have to
No
see.
worries. I have something what can help when we're staying the night here, or like sleeping.
Okay.
Okay, worse than average rolls. It feels safe, but it definitely feels like some place that should be kept an eye on. Someone should always be awake at all times.
Oh wow, good job rolling for pills.
Yeah.
It's a
Now
first.
he had to be brought and I lost it.
Yeah.
It's all over for him.
You know what? Just delete it. It's fine. We won't know.
Can I ask like a out of character kind of game question?
Sure.
What is investigation typically used for?
So the way that works is if you want to loot a body or if you want to search a room, I'm going to ask you, are you looking or are you interacting with the room? Are you touching stuff? Are you filtering through books? Or are you just visually walking around and scanning it? Scanning is a perception. Investigation is hands-on in the midst of it. Now, if you're doing an investigation, you can trigger traps. You can do good things. You can do bad things. Anything can go wrong because you're physically hands-on and you're risking things like that. Where perception is the safest version. At a high roll, you might find something, but you won't understand how it works because you're not hands-on, you're just staring at it.
Was I supposed to roll perception or survival?
Survival.
Oh, okay.
So you were good. Yeah. Survival is your surround is I treat it as your surrounding, kind of how you've been picking up this cave as you've been in here, and your general understanding of what could be a threat nearby. So
Got it.
Yeah, I think this is what you were thinking, right?
Is that what we're doing? Are we long resting?
Yeah,
they are attempting to make a long rest in
certainly.
aid of your desires. Now,
Even then, we're just
I
looking around if this is a safe spot.
do
Oh, yeah.
need to know what the order of rest and watch is.
Before we're doing this, how long is this actually long?
Long enough.
I
So-
would cast alarm.
Okay. Yeah, you absolutely have time to cast alarm. Now, so if you can, just for funsies, you can go to the left-hand tab and click the little pencil tool. You can then go to the freehand or the polygon or any of those shape tools really, and draw where you want the alarm to be present, so we all have a visual understanding of where it will be triggered.
Oh shit!
Problem?
Wait, can you cast ritual spells?
I don't know.
How do
Why?
you know?
Hold on. I can tell you right now. What's up? What happened?
So she's out of spell slots, but alarm is a ritual spell. We just need to figure out if rangers can cast ritual spells, and I'm not sure.
Let's see.
No.
Of course not.
Look like such. Well,
You could try.
you can remember to do it next time. But it was a good idea.
Wow.
So,
Can I cast a ritual spell while we're taking a long rest?
yes, you can, as long as you do it either at the start, middle, or end. Basically, it can't be like, oh, during the entire period. You have to
We'll
be
do it
absent at some period.
at the start.
Ooh, what's this Orston? Okay, Pills. What are you also doing?
Find familiar. Bring
Got it,
Charles back.
Orston. Got it. Charles returns.
I just wanted
Um,
to change what that was if we're gonna long rest.
Yeah, what were we gonna change to?
Whispers of the Dead, I want to change it to I'm gonna go with persuasion.
So to do that, you're gonna go to you're gonna go to the top left. Is a little edit icon right above your name. It's gonna change your screen when you click it to an edit mode. It'll be blue. You just click the little dot basically next to the skill you're swapping out, and then if you multiply click it, it'll be proficient, half proficient, expert, and then 0 again. So go ahead and
Wait,
edit
what do
it
I do?
there. So on your character sheet, on the top left above your
did that.
name, you already changed to where the stat was. You mean?
No, I'm trying to change Whispers of the Dead to
Oh, got it. So yeah, you just manually do it in your skills. Turn one off, turn the one you want on. Does that make sense? It's just a proficiency in one of the skills that you have on your first sheet. You following me?
Because you cast Scare Fairy Fire.
Not necessarily.
So basically it looks like
It's in my my features.
Yeah. So triggering it is just kind of informing me that you're switching what you have. Actively at the time, I'm gonna assume you either have. I think it's only one. Let me see. Yeah, so one of these skills you're normally not proficient in. I don't know which one, but survival, persuasion, deception, athletics, and acrobatics. One of them you're receiving from the dead. So using this skill, you are able to turn one of them off and turn something else on. You following what I'm saying? Every time you
Yeah,
take a
so I
longer
would
short
turn it
rest.
fully off.
Here.
No. So basically, on your skill sheet, what do you want to change? What skill do you want to swap out? Right
It's
now, you
currently
have.
on acrobatics, so I wanted to change it from acrobatics to persuasion.
Got it. Yeah. So you would just click it 3 times to turn it off, and then go to persuasion, and then.
I'm actually just gonna keep it where it is. Never mind.
Oh, got it. Acrobatics.
Yeah.
Got it. Okay. But if you ever switch it, that's how you would do it on your sheet.
Okay.
That way, when you roll, it'll take effect everywhere.
Let's empty it. Let's do this.
Got it. So you talk. The dead says, "You should probably keep what you have," and you take their advice. Pills. What were you casting at the start of this?
Find familiar.
Oh, that's right. Sorry, Charles is back. Yeah, got it. I was dragging his icon. Done. Charles is back. He growls, purrs, and floats next to you with an evil eye. A little bit of whoa, what's that? Oh, that is him. Okay, he just looks crazy on the background right there. I was like, it looks like a little goblin, but it was because of a little light trick. I forgot he's a dark flying cat. Boop. Charles appears, hovering right next to you. Grimacingly so because they got swallowed by a toad. They tell you all about the horrible adventures of what they saw before the second of glimpse of disappearing back to their homeland. They don't want to see the toad tongue stick to them, texture of them, or the imagine of a moth swallowing them again, please, Pills. And then they say, welcome back to myself, as they are thanking you for being returned. Your relationship is still stable. Anything else you guys wish to prepare or declare for who takes what watch?
I guess I'll take the first watch since I'm doing this.
You got it. Do you communicate with Charles in any way, or you just accept everything they share with you as constructive criticism?
I accept what Charles is sharing with me, and I'll let him know I won't send him in to face frogs by himself again.
He accepts that, and he will also assist you with advantage on your patrol. How do you wish to go about your patrol? You already rolled a survival, so you're pretty good with that. That was a while bit. Let's have Charles at advantage roll. Your choice of a perception, survival, or insight. Charles is able to pick up that there are traveling marks of creatures that are potentially incoming during this rest. You guys can deter them, but it will require you all to one, make your location obvious, and two, set up little fires or torches lit a light with fire by these paths, kind of like ant paths, but for very larger versions, to deter them elsewhere. What do you do with this information, Pills? They do point out that here and here from the water area, and imagine the ceiling though, is where two locations that they believe there's a traveling path that would go along the ceiling of the cave and could just potentially drop upon you.
I guess I'm just gonna watch them for now and not really do anything.
Okay. You got it.
I'm not trying to yeah, I'm just gonna watch them.
Got it. Remind me, Charles was absolutely present during the cave fisher? Or no?
The cave fisher,
If you recall.
the big underground lobster
Alcohol monster.
scorpion.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
thing. Yeah.
Okay.
No,
No, he wasn't.
no.
It was after
It
Okay.
was after that.
Okay. Good to know. Take note of that. I'm trying to remember what Charles does and doesn't know. Okay. Creepy crawlers, large ceiling, pills. Maybe those things. Maybe something else. Unsure. Charles gives a vague description of what could be. You keep an eye out as everyone else begins to rest for some short time. Who is your intended individual to disturb to have next watch?
I'm gonna wake up the owl.
Orston, you are stuttered awake by none other than Pills.
Ugh.
Wake up! Your turn.
Fine.
As you force yourself up and begin to take watch, do you do anything of your own accord prior to making your patrol?
You said it was a good idea to set up the torches. Did I hear that?
I don't know if Pills gave any of that information.
Pills did relay.
He relays that his unseen to you before flying cat that did not exist prior to this rest informed him that fire should be placed upon the ceiling to deter potential oncomers, but Pills did not make any effort to set this up.
Okay, I'll just fly up there and set it up since it's easier for me.
You got it. You fly up and you go ahead and place a torch here. And torch. Just a second. As you do you do anything else for your own well-being prior to your watch?
I'd like to, I guess, look around and try to get a better understanding of the surroundings. See if there's anything alive nearby.
Okay. Go ahead and you decide perception or survival. Flying there, you see the oncoming of a critter. And it begins crawling along the surface of the ceiling. And you hover low. You see there's a fire there, and that's what you put up. And it looks at it, and it begins to back away, avoiding it for the time being. You then also hear the assumed approach of another from the south, not yet fully arrived, nor threatened. Do you do anything with this information?
I'll keep an eye on it, but I don't want to provoke it.
Okay. You keep an eye on it, and it keeps an eye on the fire as it kind of moves around it and then fades off into the unknown of out of sight. Who do you wake up next to take over?
I'll wake up Wrath.
Wrath, you are disturbed in your slumber.
Another 10 more minutes, please. Oh,
You must take watch now.
okay, fine. All right. Taking watch, looking around. Did you see anything? Oh, are you sleeping? Oh,
I
never
saw some creatures on the ceiling, but the fire scared them off.
mind. Fire. Oof. Okay, I'll just walk around.
And you see the two fires that are replaced by assumed Orston, and you don't see any creatures on the north one. However, you do see little antennaes, I guess would be the term used for creatures of such class, as they kind of poke into the light here and there, but not fully enough, but as if they are kind of testing whether or not the torch itself is stuttering and going out, or if it is staying strong. They're just waiting to pass the light, it seems, though they are not aggressive. You know what they could do, as these are absolutely fishes of comparable, if not a little larger size than the one you previously faced.
Does the torch look pretty well lit, or does it look like it's fizzling out?
I mean, it looks fine, but it's a
Okay.
large creature, and if they really wanted to, they could just knock it over. But, natural instincts of survival, they're scared at the time. But
Okay.
evolution happens at the most oddest moments.
I'll stand here and watch over the torch.
Got it. You watch over the torch. As you do, the torch from the other side gets thrown at you. Just kidding. You peer at it closely for a cool bit. Go ahead and give me a insight check as you kind of try to connect passively with this creature and their general purpose or demeanor of what they're trying to do. It would seem as if they're addressing this particular spot due to what could come, apparently others and or those traversing through this disturbance in which you all caused. And they maybe rely more on feels and senses than they do on high, lights and reflections of sorts that may be disturbing their senses. Eventually, it retreats in frustration and failure without being able to understand what was happening. Your watch is over. What do you wish to do? Or who do you wish to disturb?
Oh, we're doing 4 watches. I'll wake up Hazel then.
Okay.
I'll just kind of poke her with my bottom of my lance. Say like, hey,
Hazel,
it's
you take 13 surprise damage by getting stabbed by the lance.
the back of the lance, not the
You
pointy side.
nudge her.
Before I go to sleep, I'll ask Hazel. So the next time when we kill a monster, who do you want to bet on? And then I'll kind of like take out some gold coins and be like, all right, how much do you want to bet? And
But who's time first?
I'll let you choose first. Go ahead, choose first.
I don't know. I feel like, pills is powerful, but you never know. I also got knocked out one time, so I don't know.
Those
Well,
nods in his sleep.
If you had to choose, I if you want me to choose first, I could do that. I'll choose
Yeah,
worst. Yeah, I'll choose
choose first.
worst. I'll choose Orston. He seems like he's about my size, so I'm rooting for the guy, a fellow tall man.
So I'm confused. Are you choosing Orston to fall first, or are you choosing him not to fall?
Oh, I'm choosing Orston will be able to succeed in stealing
Got it.
the goods next time, as well. A
Got it.
race of
Understood.
hands, if you will.
Understood now.
Anything you have to share with me before you're going to sleep?
Oh, nope, nothing. Then I'll
No
just.
creatures yet? Something?
Oh yeah, yes. There are, and then I'll kind of, yeah, I'll point her towards the torch and say, I did see a large creature with antennae, whatever.
Yeah.
Um,
Antennae. Yeah, I don't know.
over in this direction. So watch out. Make sure the torches don't blow out. They seem to be afraid of the fire for now. If they get a minorly aggressive, you could try to shoot a bow and arrow at them.
I will try my best.
All right. Good luck. I'm gonna stay by this torch. Good night.
You know?
You got it. Hazel, does Miss Sally wake up with you?
Yeah, sure. She slept a lot.
Scratches her back on one of the crystals. Ching, 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 ching. Shaking out a couple little gemstones that anyone could have asked her help for previously. And
I
just
give
leaves them
her a
there.
little bit of honey that she's happy.
She just licks the honey so diligently.
And then I tell her she should just like kind of move over here while I'm standing like kind of here, that everyone is like on
As
one
Miss
end.
Sally moves by, she kind of purposefully scoots a little dirt over Wrath while sleeping, just darting them. Just as you scout about, and as you do, Sasha walks up to you. He's like talking to you and trying to make sense as he's pointing out to the outer layers, and he points particularly to this light. And then he points up, he points down, he kind of does like this little circle diagram. You're really not 100% sure what he's talking about, but it's like he's sharing something with you. He's clearly been awake.
Okay, so what is he trying to tell me? I don't understand you. Can you repeat it?
They're like taking a deep sighing breath, trying to bring themselves to a re-attempt, and then they go, You realize they are now speaking bird folk to you. Which, Orston, can you give me a perception check in your sleep, please? You hear in your sleep, so whatever manifests in your dreams as you hear this description. There are little untiny's and they have creatures and pincers and they bite and squish. And if they grab you by tail, they spin you around and eat you like crush. But you don't understand that, Hazel, but Orston does in his sleep. So, Orston, in your dreams, what kind of depiction comes of this as you just randomly hear a rodent-like tone speaking bird folk? A very rare foreign tone for you, for one to hear.
I feel shocked and almost a little hungry.
Your stomach grumbles as in your sleep you wonder, what if? Hazel, what do you do at the end of that secondary language drop of still confusion?
I'm still confused.
Maybe,
But I try to make.
He finishes
Okay,
with
Sasha,
that.
I don't understand you. Maybe you should draw down something.
He just kind of nods and he walks off. Looks for like some kind of like stone and starts checking at the wall like a little hieroglyphic, slowly making a who knows what. We'll see if we come back to it. Meanwhile, Hazel, is there anything else you wish to do before your patrol check?
No, I mean just like kind of looking around where Raph pointed at that there's something going on.
When Google
And
finds
also
her-
before I sent Ellie over, I actually kind of told her that there's something going on, but right now it's still like kind of quiet. So I guess she's just sitting on the other side and also like kind of looking around.
You can give me a perception. Miss Ellie can give me a perception also.
Mm-hmm. Oh my god, great. I don't know anything.
Let's see, Miss Ellie.
No.
Miss Ellie. Everything's fine on their end. And you look toward her direction and you're like, that's good. That's good. And you let your slumber come. You don't sleep, but you kind of just focus on Miss Ellie. You stare at her for just off too long. You hear? As Sasha warns you, brings you to focus, you turn around and you see one of the massive crustaceans, not aggressive, but coming from above, traveling
Oh my god.
over your camp. What do you do?
I'm giving Ellie a call that there is something behind me and
As
she
it
should just like
walking
wake up everyone.
over, it slowly kind of assesses what's below. It's trying to figure out whether or not you were all digestible, perhaps. Hazel, how would you signal Miss Allie in a non-alarming, or unless you want to just be alarming? Would you be alarming, or would you try to be like you see that this creature is intellectual enough to be assessing what's happening? They see you, you see it. They realize that, but you're stillish and not moving radically. How would you get a hold of Miss Allie?
That's a good question. I guess making some kind of snipping or whatever. Snapping.
Okay. Go ahead and give me a sleight of hand. Why not? Let's see how subtle it can come across. Sure, we've got some good subtle snaps that kind of just ricochet off. Miss Allie's used to these being the danger snaps. They go, just moans quietly as they position themselves to approach at a moment's notice. They get to the little cliff and peer over. They see exactly what it is before them, but they wait because at this time it's not bothering you guys just yet. Comes across.
I guess I send Sasha to William Defoe and to wake up Willem Dafoe and Martin.
Sasha
And
can give me a stealth check to see how quietly they can move.
oh,
Ooh. Sasha knocks over some kind of jar. In doing so, scares Martin, who bites Wrath, who tumbles and kicks a gem that somehow takes that light out. I don't know, guys. I wasn't over there, but they were. Miss Ellie just moans quietly and basically informing you, Hazel, that whatever that was, put out the light. Even though it was physically impossible for Sasha to do it, shit happens. Sasha makes it to Will Dafoe, nudges them. Will Dafoe wakes up, realizes that there is a creature above, just kind of gingerly taking their time moving forward. Wrath, you kind of are. Well, actually, the rest of you down sleeping at this still time, give me a perception check. Let's see if the noise is enough to wake you guys up.
Perception
Orston.
check.
Yeah, you wake up, Orston.
Uh,
Wrath is the reason why the light goes out. Sleeping like a log.
oh.
Pills. You kind of nudge up and you're just like, what's happening here? As you see this large creature on the ceiling, you look to the other end and you see another large creature. It is absolutely two very reasonably sized fizzers. You know they'll be aggressive if you fuck with them. At the same time, you're in a bad position that they could drop on you. Your guys' long rest is complete. If you need to trigger it now. If you forget, it's not my fault.
Is it a new day?
Not all long rests get you to a new day. But you're also in a cave, so I'm not going to tell you what day it is until you get a paper in hand.
yeah, I think you check the checkbox.
Oh, but yeah, you just checked that. Sorry, like if you need to force it
Oh.
for your thing.
Oh, I didn't check it.
The
My
rats
bad.
again?
You could do it
Just
again.
Yeah, you just re-triggered again. Say that again. For them, you can just put them max health. They don't actually have a thing. Yeah.
Oh my god! Look at these giant creatures full of alcohol.
You see their drool fall from the ceiling and just fall onto the ground, and you just see the little bubbling of the natural yeasts and everything that somehow exists within these creatures and start to just fermentize there on the stone in front of you. Pills.
Oh,
Gosh,
Is Wrath still awake? Or
no, he's
asleep?
just asleep. Yeah, he's
I am
asleep.
still sleeping.
Oh, shit.
Food,
They don't
alcohol.
want you sleeping, right?
I throw a rock over at Wrath.
Give me an attack check. It's gonna be a dexterity as you're chucking a rock at him.
Just straight dex?
I believe so because you're not proficient with rock throwing. Only Wrath is. Wrath has proven that already.
Do I get like a feat for that? Just kidding.
Pew, 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 pew. Yeah, we could throw a rock thrower in there.
Just
Pills chucks it. Wrath, your natural AC is 18. The rock. The creature's AC is 16. Pills, you miss. Both of them. The creatures come
He's still
in,
asleep,
investigate
I'm
more.
still
He
sleeping.
is still asleep. A third arrives from below.
Shit.
Martin is awake, right? So he could just.
Correct. You guys are all
wake me.
technically awake except Wrath. Martin is just like he's trying to wake up Wrath, but quietly, and that's what's the problem is that Wrath usually requires like a good little like. But right now he can't do that without drawing attention to themselves and you.
I want to light a torch.
I
You light
communicate
a
up
torch.
to Charles, just telepathically through that link, and
Okay.
I let him know, like, go wake him up, go wake Wrath up.
And they fly off. And meanwhile, you've got Orston who throws up a torch. You see the creatures They back up, but they don't retreat completely. They are feeling threatened. In fact, this one moves closer. Mind you, they are all higher up, 25 feet, so they are on the ceilings. You guys are not blocked by them in any way at this time. But they watch now as they're watching Orston. It's kind of like a tense moment. They haven't decided whether or not to just go all in, but they're studying. Everyone's in a stalemate at this time. As Wrath, you
Yeah.
wake up and you
Okay.
see above you the abdomen of a massive fizzer just hanging out above you as it's looking across, and you look and you see the glowing lights of Orston, and you're just like, oh, who put the lights on? And then you're like, oh shit, there's a fizzer above me, and everything is just bad. What do
Fizzer.
you all do? Decisions matter.
I think we should get into a. We should group together and get into a defensive position.
Can you create any light as a paladin?
That's a good question. I don't think so.
Oh no.
I didn't take that up. I mean, I can do some damage that can light things up later, but no, I cannot.
We could all light torches.
Yeah, we could all light torches.
I mean, I don't really need a torch.
Me too.
I can see in the dark.
But I
Me
think
too.
this is
I've
just to scare them
Hell of a
away.
Yeah. I was gonna say I have dark vision 120, so
Scare him away.
this is to scare
That's
them.
some good alcohol.
Oh, you wanna hunt? Pills?
Justin,
Are we
have
going
you
for a
never
hunt?
had fissure? Have you never had fissure brew?
We didn't eat the one that we caught last time, so I'm down
No,
if you
but
want to fight.
I sampled some of its blood. It was
All right, so then I say we should just focus on one of them, like the one
also I
that's on
still
top
have
of me
it.
right now.
We're ready
Yeah,
to sell
yeah,
that.
it's a thing, yeah.
Are you awake?
I am awake.
Yeah, he's awake now. Yeah.
Okay, super.
What? Get closer to me, everyone, and then we can fight these guys off. I can't move
Slowly
myself, so
meander over towards Wrath.
yeah.
I can also not
Thank
move
you.
myself and Sasha because the creatures group.
And will also, if I can, I can't get him.
I can't move
Yeah.
Martin.
I would like to move Will closer to Wrath, but I cannot select him.
And I'd like to move Martin. No, Martin's safe. Haha.
Let me see one sec. Why can't you?
He's just covered by the.
I
Yeah.
get what you're saying. I get what you're
Sasha
saying.
too and Hazel too. I cannot move them too.
This fat bug.
They are
Oh.
prisoners. Where's
Yeah,
Hazel?
I'm gonna stay more on this side
Hazel's
because
there.
there's two on this side, so I'm just gonna stay on this side real quick.
All right. You guys huddle up. As you do, you see them kind of wrap a little further in as they close in on you in a very calm nature, but they are overly justifying their current stance with you all as a group. As they're just like, as they're jittering over you all, is there anyone trying to do anything other than being currently passive?
Do we know if these creatures are communal type creatures or solo?
Well,
Would Pills
I'd
know?
say that yeah, Pills, you would understand that they fight for their, so they'll fight over food the moment flesh is torn, and then they could harm each other in that fight. But otherwise, they work as a community. But when fresh food is present, it's usually a soloist venture, and this was more of a path of just it's normal. It wasn't hunting. It just kind of fell upon it, and as one was trying to figure out what to do, another worker caught up, seeing what the other one's doing. It's just kind of like a buildup of traffic. You imagine that if this keeps going in this particular zone, it's going to get out of hand.
So kind of like vultures, kind of.
Yeah, in a sense, you kind of got to disperse them now, or it'll
Kinda
just
like
cause more to
vultures, but
come.
we got into an ant's path.
Throw food.
I was thinking, yeah, we could throw food into the
Could
and
I
then
talk
move
to
away.
them actually?
Good try.
with animals speak.
Oh, we have that ring too. You don't have to burn a spell slot. Whoever has the ring can use the ring to try and talk to them if we wanted to do that.
Oh, the message
Oh.
ring.
No, it's we have two rings. We have the message ring and we have the animal speaking ring.
I have the message ring.
I have the animal influence
Yeah.
ring. Are these animals or monsters though? It doesn't
Yeah.
matter.
They are considered monstrosities.
Okay. So
Okay.
never mind.
Okay.
All right. Let's see here. Oh, that's what we should have done. Bummers. Talk about it in the morning, I guess. All right, are we going hunting pills? I need a tap on the back if we're going.
Yeah, we should. If we're gonna do this, we should probably all launch attacks at the same time. So, like, on the count of 3, we all shoot the one that's to the
Middle.
northwest.
Oh, okay. I'm melee, so I can't. Oh, well, you know what? I can do it.
Nice one.
Before we go into
Well, they're
initiative,
25 feet above us, so.
Oh,
Yeah,
this is
they're
true.
directly above you.
are we in initiative yet? No.
Not yet.
No.
Can I venom up my knife?
Sure.
Or actually, can we drop into the water over here by any chance?
Go south, you mean? Or
Yeah.
north? Sorry. Hold on 1 second. I just refreshed my screen. If something seems spammed on the screen, don't forget.
I'm just wondering if we can just get out of the way of the ant trail here and then just be okay without spending any spell slots, because we do have a fight with the Dow or something in the future, probably.
Yeah. I'm gonna try not to spend any spell slots and just use cantrips, but we'll see.
So you want to go down here? Yeah, I mean, if you can go under this one.
But it seems
Is that
like
what we
they
wanna do?
came from. It seems like they came from all over, though. So I don't know.
I mean, you're below them already. Just consider that.
Okay.
So they can
All
just
right.
follow us.
I think
wherever
we got
go.
it. What was that?
I said they can probably just follow us wherever we go.
Yeah. So I'm willing
That's why
to.
we drop food.
Yeah, we could do that as well. I really wanted to check this water in the morning. Damn it. See if the hag left anything else, but whatever. It's cool. You want to do that, Orson? Do you have any food to throw?
I do have one ration in my backpack.
You have some.
Cut that up into a million pieces.
Do I have any food?
Uh,
I don't even have
I
rations.
I have some salt.
I mean, when you guys went in shopping, you just said, "Look, guys, I'm help us. We're not gonna be gone long." I don't think anyone bought, you know.
I mean,
needles.
I've got a whole ass cave fisher corpse.
Very true. You're set.
Oh,
Yeah,
you
man.
have rations.
But that's money, man. That's money.
All right, let's just. Well, we could try the ration thing. We could toss it and see if they go for it. And
Where do
then
you throw the ration?
I'm
Throw it
saying
away
we
from
throw
us.
the ration behind us as we kind of slink down into the water over here and try to run away.
There is a boat down there.
I don't know if that water is deep enough to get us anywhere. Like,
oh,
where
if
would
we
it
take
go?
the boat and then go here.
But it seems to be land over there.
Well, then we maybe can escape over there.
Yeah, we don't need to go there. We need to go back up here
Hmm.
to these stairs. This is what Carmel was guarding.
Correct.
And that's I'm assuming that's where the artifact or whatever is wherever Carmel is guarding. But I mean, I would be intrigued at some point to investigate what this pathway down to the
Yeah.
southeast. Yeah.
Your call.
Curiosities.
Hey,
It's
I'm
your
not-
food, Orson. It's your call, Orson. It's your food.
Yeah, Orson, it's you.
Yeah. So you guys know, consider this, Orston. I know that the plan sounds great. We all slunk down, then we checked the food, but consider they're already watching you all. You all slunk away. They're going to try to go after you before you slunk away in survival senses of an animal, animal-like senses. So the ration could work, but are you going to deploy it now and where? And then what? What direction? Do you all split up and go crazy? I don't know.
What direction are we going? Are we headed towards the boat or are we going back?
Great question.
Back for the what is his name?
Caramel.
I think
Caramel.
we were open to either direction at this time.
I need you guys' help to pick that.
The boat is the easiest to get to. I mean, either way, the direction we have to go to is back south towards this bridge or the water, because that's the only real way we can go that most of us can get down safely. Like Wrath and you can probably get down into that water, like right here, like fine, but like Pills and the mice are going to
Okay.
struggle to get down that cliff.
But then we also all can't fit in the boat, so that's a problem too. Unless this is a reasonable
Either way,
size
we need
boat.
to cross the bridge or go through this water to the south. The south is where we have to go regardless. Like we have to go down here.
Okay, I'm gonna say throw the ration this way.
So you're in a cave. How are you gonna get it that far?
Who can throw the best?
Where are you trying to throw it? Oh,
That way.
isn't there walls like all right here?
So there's an
Is there?
opening here, and there's like an up area here that you could chuck up toward, and then there's this that you can
Yeah.
jump out to, and then there's
Okay, I
back.
would
You can do
say
that way.
chuck it up here then.
Okay, from where you are then.
Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds good. Go for
Go
it.
ahead and give me an athletics as you grab this ration like a burrito and just chuck it.
Wait, it's a burrito?
Who throws a burrito?
Orson considers that too late, and as he does, he squishes a little. As he goes to let it slip from his hands, the rash emotion, and he's a feathered individual, just looks like a beautiful chicken turkey flying in the air. Come and get me, he calls out unpassively as all of the creatures. The ration is what they're chasing, however, because of his massive display of ornate peacocking. They don't know. Their attacks are loosely focused. I need everybody to roll me a dexterity saving throw as these things just collapse down on
Oh,
the
boy.
ration thrower.
I don't
Orsten quickly drops the ration and flees. Just flies out.
Sorry, what are we rolling?
A dexterity saving throw as they all collapse for the ration.
Do we have to
And
roll
this
for
is
the
pretty
mice
much
still, or I mean,
correct. All of your pals. I'll move the creatures so that you guys can click.
Oh, for fuck's sake, Pills.
Pills did 21.
Oh wait, never mind.
It was me.
Oh, sorry.
Hazel's over here
Sometimes-
dying, and you're over here like, ah! And she's like, it's
Yeah,
just
it was
me.
Hazel.
You know? But I get you, Pills. I get you. Wrath, he just sees it coming, and he quickly dives out of the way. Wrath, that's like your third or fourth nat 20 tonight.
I
Came in with a
very
vengeance.
surprised.
You know, it's
He's
blurred in the
saving
background,
our
but your
points
house
from
looks
God.
great, by the way. So,
Oh, this is
congrats.
not even my new house. This is the
There you go.
same
So you're
house.
still home. There you go.
Yeah, I was like, that's
And
the
that makes
same.
sense.
That's the
You're
same
hiding it.
window thing.
It's a.
It is.
It's a.
It's
Well, hopefully it's just moving. It's a moving.
Oh my God.
my
Will.
goodness. Al slash
Charles.
Will
Look at Miss
Charles
Ellie.
I saw that. Miss Ellie's a big
Martin
deal.
Hazel. Y'all just kind of drop the ball on that one. So
Because
this one's gonna
Ellie's not
stand
going
here.
forward to get her.
This one's gonna stand here. Pills got out. Wrath got out. Martin, the rest of the crew are all just gonna stick around for a cool minute as I just dish out a handful of quick pow pows. And then where's the other one? There we go. Let me calculate how many attacks I get. Don't worry, they're not all gonna hit all of you guys. Unless there's only that many of you guys. Starting with the bottom left-hand corner of the stadium, the Cave Fisher swings at Will the Foe. Will the Foe ducks and dodges. He dashes. The creature moves forward and then goes for Charles. Winging at Charles. Missing Charles. Flies overhead and immediately gets back to their allies. Sasha is in a pickle, but sees Hazel didn't do too well, as Hazel quickly goes to assist because let's see if the apprentice passes, because I keep forgetting about the poor dude. He is going to make a dex save. Ba-doop, ba-doop. The wizard's like, yep, Hazel is struggling. The creatures are going after Hazel. Making the first hit, you guys hear a little cry out from Hazel as she takes damage for a total of max 15. Ouch. Sasha then tries to jump in. As he does, the creature goes to claw at them, backhanding them with a sharp talon. Missing. Everyone's been getting pretty lucky. Would Sasha leave or stay with you, Hazel? I feel like Sasha's a loyalist and they'd stay. But you tell me. All right, so he sticks around. And then Miss Allie is the target of the same creature because they have reach. And as the talon comes to Miss Allie, it hits Miss Allie's. Taking a total of 10 points of damage. Oof. And then one more group gets to go at the infamous team here. Martin is the target of our next slashing attack.
Well, Martin.
Martin gets hit. Taking the lowest possible damage to stay alive. He coughs out in wrath. You hear this and you turn around. Martin. And what is this? Well, the foe is on the way out. Well, the foe's on the way out. I'm gonna have this creature roll a d4 and we're gonna see who lands. If it fell in with the foe. Sorry. Well, the foe is running as they are. They don't look overhead as the massive creature strikes down. Will the foe gets hit for a low percentage of damage, even less than Martin did. You hear them cry out as they're just hanging on, just enough. And we then go into a initiative. I will clean up all the participants. You guys only have to roll for yourselves, and your Verbene will act on your turn. Charles will also act on your turn.
Okay.
So yeah, I just had to select everything because it was just quicker than me single-handedly clicking you guys.
Damn, Pills. Jeez.
Sasha, go ahead and roll me that. Beautiful. All right. We begin with Pills. Pills is the man of the moment. At a 23, he's quick, he's willing, and he sees Will the foe gets shanked on accident. He knows it's not his fault. He knows it's truly not the creature's fault. He looks over his shoulders and sees it's Orston's fault. But we're not going to touch that topic right now. What do you do?
I reach my hand up and I send out that stream of earthy, dark, evil dust to settle on this
Fisher.
cave fish or whatever.
Yep.
And cast Hex.
Got it. Doesn't even care, but you mark it.
Thought you were gonna say me for a minute.
And then I
Initiate
will
PvP
Eldritch
mode.
Blast that same cave fisher.
What's fighting now? I like it. For max damage, Pills bringing in the pain.
Wow.
You take that. Sorry, Pills. I just felt like you'd say that. You hit him. As Will Defoe looks up and looks at you, gives you a thumbs up of approval. He's going to be okay because he knows that you got his back. And then you do an additional 2 points with the Genie's Rep. Nice.
And then, so that'll be it for Pills. Will Defoe will, he'll use his, what do you call it? Features. His team tactics to use the help action on the same one.
Yep.
Kind of trying to, and then he will use his action for disengage, and then he will run. What is his movement? 30 feet. Yeah, he'll just run. Oh, rest of us over here.
Scatters. Makes it through. Pokemon retreat successful.
And then Charles will just kind of fly out over the water over here.
You got it.
If you
Charles
can.
flies out.
I'm gonna
As
move
Charles
him around.
flies out over the water, they warn you something massive and terrifying is coming. You guys don't hear it quite yet, but Charles sees it.
Oh, over here. So,
Oh, fun.
Charles would have saw it flying out, yeah.
yeah, then I'll stop over here. Yeah.
Oh my god.
Jesus H.
So, anything else?
And then yeah, so I guess Pills is just gonna. Yeah, Pills is probably gonna stay where he is.
Got it.
That's it.
Okay, Fizzer. It's going to turn around and assess where everything is running to. And see the light. It's going to crawl around this way. As it does, you guys immediately see a hand. Like, I know we don't do this in real life, right? Like, we all see a roach, and the first instinct is grab a napkin, a shoe, or something to come into contact with you and it as a barrier. But at the end of the day, you kill a roach by squishing it to death with your hand, right? Like, do you guys literally think stepping on it or kicking it across the room is going to do something? Like, I don't know if you guys do what I do, but I grab that thing with a napkin or what have it be, but it is absolutely in my hand getting smushed to death. And I'm like, why don't I just grab it with my hand instead of running for a napkin if I'm doing the same thing, right? How do you guys kill roaches?
I stomped the shit out of them.
That's just
I don't
so
have
much
roaches.
work. That's awesome. Not having roaches is an
I also
amazing way of
don't have
living.
A
That's,
cockroach?
Usually
like in
roaches are on the
general,
floor
like,
for me, so stomping is the
you
most.
know, like I always find them like on the weirdest like things overhead,
Oh,
and
that's
it's
weird.
like if they'll fall if I stomp it. You know what I mean? So it's like that'll freak anyone out. So it's like I have to like get them.
Oh
I
yeah,
don't know. I never find them on the floor. I wish
they're all,
that'd be an easier life. I guess.
yeah, they're always on the floor for me.
I catch roaches by hand for some reason. It's weird.
I was like,
But it
much
could be
easier.
anywhere, like even at work, like you just see one and you're just like, I don't know, everyone freaks out. I just thought of that right now. But anyways, that's what you guys kind of witness is you just see this massive clawed hand grab this cave fissure that kind of just pops out overhead and just and what Charles saw, there's another as its massive claw reaches out and it only has its great club equipped right now, but you're going to imagine it to be a claw in the chat box as it does the same damage. You guys just hear this crushing sound.
noise.
coming from
Jesus.
this fissure here. Just you guys have no clue what's happening, but shit's going down.
The fissure's dead?
No, it's still hanging out. It's alive. It's mad. It's angry. There's blood spraying everywhere. Orston. There are all kinds of creatures popping out of the woodwork. You don't know what's happening. What do you do? So far, the only threat was one thing, but now two things have arrived.
I'm going to think that we definitely should probably retreat for now. I want to throw the torch towards this one to see if it will move so we can use the bridge.
You know that it's being grabbed by something behind the bridge. Assumably something
Oh,
is
behind the
equal.
bridge.
Yeah, like a hand reaches out and just he snatches that sucker. Terrifying, I know.
Man, I don't know. I do still kind of want to throw the torch down, like
You can
maybe
totally throw it still. If
right
you do,
there.
it'll be like, yeah, okay. You want to toss the torch? You chuck it. Wow, wow. I'll turn it off at you. Hold on.
Like, no good decisions here right now.
I wanted it to
There's
still
no
be
running.
lit on the ground, you know.
Bing, ding, ding, ding. You guys do see the cusps of what it is to be a likewise creature resembling the one here. On the other end, surprise attacking.
Oh boy.
At least the enemy. How do you continue, Orston?
Man, I'm gonna, I guess, use a few seconds to ask Pills if he thinks we should retreat this way.
We're not outrunning these things, especially through water.
Speak for yourself, I can fly.
Fair enough. I'm not outrunning these things, especially through water. I mean, I could fuck off out of here. I could fuck right off out of here.
No, you don't.
Y'all are fucked.
Orston, what do you do?
I'm gonna move here-ish. And I guess I'm gonna shoot a crossbow at the cave fisher.
Oh,
All right.
does he have line of sight on the other creature by any chance too?
Yeah, do
Yeah.
I?
Yeah, you can see him.
Okay, actually, I'm gonna shoot the crossbow at that guy.
I wonder if we don't want to piss them off. They haven't attacked us yet.
I have a feeling they're gonna attack us regardless.
That's what I'm thinking.
Well,
I don't know.
let them attack the cave fishers first.
We're in between them and the cave fishers.
I mean, Sam, let's not piss them off until we have to.
Okay, I hear them arguing a little bit, and I just shoot at the cave fisher to be
Got
safe.
it. Let's see if you hit.
It's just a normal, right?
Correct.
Ooh.
Ding. Misses as you see the capefish being thrown around like a T-Rex, its claws wiggling around like fun. As such.
I'm gonna go ahead and hide.
Give me a stealth check at disadvantage. You do what you do best, you cower. Boop.
What
You
the
disappear
fuck?
in plain sight.
Absolutely.
Whoa, where'd it go?
Just gone.
How the fuck?
Wrath.
Wrath.
Bro's level 6?
Yes. Look
What
where you
happened?
guys are. I told you guys walking in here was a death trap. All right. I'm trying to get you out.
No, we will be level 10 when we get out of here.
At this rate, Jesus.
6 more levels.
Well, us.
Yeah, for some of us.
All right. So I'm gonna go. This one's grappled, right? The one that's I'm gonna go backwards then to attack the ones that are attacking our friends.
Okay.
Since Pills believes so highly of these newcomers being helpful, I will move backwards.
Okay.
To help Martin. I'll do. Oh, I don't know if this is laggy. Okay, there we go. I'm gonna cast bonus action. Wrathful. I'm gonna do Searing Smite, I guess.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll activate Searing Smite.
And it requires you to hit it first.
Oh, does it?
Well, I guess during the spell's duration, so you cast it and then you have to hit.
Okay.
Anytime during the minute, I guess, while you're focused on it.
So that's okay. Let's do. Sorry. Huh. Okay. So does that mean I don't
You
cast Searing Smite?
Yeah, you don't cast Certain Smite. Oh, well, no, you
Okay.
did cast. No,
So the
you
way
did cast it.
the way it works
You
is
did
you
cast it,
concentrate.
but you have to hit with
Right.
it.
Okay. Yep.
So you didn't hit with
So
it.
Nope.
you're concentrating on Searing Smite
Yeah.
until
Okay.
you hit.
Until you hit with it, yeah. So you swing, no hit, you still have the spell, unless you lose it somehow later. But
Okay.
you're good. Looks good, no cigar. It is now. Do you stand there? Stay
Oh.
there.
Oh, I already knew I didn't hit. Never mind. Sorry.
Correct.
I was gonna say.
Good
Yeah.
idea.
Never mind.
Mm-hmm.
I forgot about my feat for Channel Divinity. Oh well.
So
Next
anything
time.
else otherwise?
Nope.
You done?
That's it for now.
Dee's Keyfisher is going to go to
Wait, do you want
first.
to do your Rabine?
Oh yeah, you're
Oh,
ribbing.
right.
You're ribbing. Martin. Yep, yep, yep.
Martin's gonna go ahead and attack this guy. Where's the attack button for them?
T. Hover over and oh, you mean their actual attack? If you click on their character, go to the features tab, and it's the attack
Features.
stagger. Yeah,
Multi-attack.
you can click and drag that. It'd be and then attacks. For,
Perfect.
yeah. There it is.
Are these at oh, I should have asked. Is this supposed to be at an advantage because
Very
we're
well, very well should be, yes.
oh, okay. Should I reroll for Wrath or
I'll allow it because it's still your turn.
okay.
Didn't help.
Just wasn't
The
meant to be.
Verbene can reroll though, because he definitely might succeed. Come on, Martin. Let's go, Martin.
Come on, Martin.
Let's go, Martin. Martin gets it.
Oh,
Shanks it. Ching. Give me some damage.
good job, Martin.
5 points. It's just squirts it a little bit, and Martin looks at it and nods with success as he sees that there is blood of his foe on it. Anything else?
Nope, that's it.
You got it. And now, Hazel, you are the target of the first claw of the Kingfisher next to you. You get hit again. It is then going to focus on Miss Allie as you take 11 points of damage. Miss Allie is going to be the target of the next one. As it's swinging around wildly, just really trying to get the ration, guys. If you just moved, maybe. I don't know. I'm not going to boss you around, but the ration's there somewhere. It's just trying to find it. It's really not trying to hurt anyone. Imagine Edward Scissorhands. It's just trying to hug you guys. And then it's going to accidentally attack its ally as it's all in the chaos. Making contact across all three, hurting everybody in its wrath. Miss Ellie does what?
She will bite this one like down, like right next to her actually.
Okay. She turns around, throws out the first bite. It's a little too tough on the carcass. On the carcass. I don't know how to say the word, but you guys get me. It's exoskeleton. Then goes in with the claws.
Carapace.
Carapace, thank you. And then the claws. Mixed up it. It's not an evil enemy, it's Miss Ellie. Miss Ellie succeeds. Ripping through the carapace and doing 9 points of damage. That's the bottom one, right? Between wrath?
Yeah, the bottom one.
Got it. By the way, that could have been with advantage if you want to reroll those for a 20
Oh.
and a hit on the first one for the bite.
Damage. A crit.
See it. No, try. Sorry, I didn't mean the crit damage. I meant see if roll an attack for the bite to see if you hit because that would have been an advantage, and then roll the claw one more time to see if you crit because then you would get more damage.
There's the bite. How do I do this with the bite? Oh, here.
And that would apply. So it would do 10 points of additional damage with the bite. Very nice. So Miss Ellie actually does pierce the first time and then follows up and just rips through it like it's breaking open a crab leg and just enjoying what it's had once before. I think Miss Ellie was the only one who tasted it last time too. Anything else for Miss Ellie?
No.
Just trying to like let you know that it's still fresh. It's still alive too. And it is now you, Hazel.
I will. No, wait. I put Hunter's Mark on this one. On the left side.
Okay.
And then I get out my bow and try to shoot it too.
You fire at disadvantage because you're right next to it.
Advantage,
Yes.
okay.
No, disadvantage because you're. Or I guess it'd be flat. It would be full. Oh, that's a tough one. Let me see what roll first.
Roll this again.
So it's tough because normally it's disadvantage, but you're right next to him, so technically you'd hit them, regardless. And I'll be nice because it was confusing. You take the crit on a point blank shot for the first one, and it just shatters in front of them. Go ahead and give me the crit damage. It was a lot of mathematical things going on as I was looking.
And
you're totally fine.
Also from
Beautiful,
a Hunter's
13.
Mark and my
Correct.
V's
That's fine.
coming up.
Roll 2d6.
Yeah.
Right, it's double all
Double
the add.
Yep. Throw it all in. Yep, everything you roll.
Just 4d6.
4.
So it's 2 from Hunter's Mark and then 2 from the Swarm Keeper.
Perfect.
Okay, yeah.
Nice for 17 points of damage. This thing is hanging on by a thread. Anything else, Hazel?
No. I'm good.
You got it. The Apprentice. I know you guys just don't think much of me, but I really do just want to help. And he shoots a fireball.
It's
Fireball. Oh, tease that crit.
And then it falls off. I really thought it hit too. And then I was like, he just stares at it like, I could do one more. And he just fires another one. Think.
Oh.
I'm nervous. He's trying to make up for his falls, but still can't. Sasha.
You got some performance issues?
You all talked so flaccid earlier.
Shit.
Sasha is
Sasha goes in
attacking
with
this
the
one
dagger.
above him.
Got it. The one immediately adjacent to you.
Yeah, right. This one. Yeah.
You got it.
Normal or
So advantage because you're technically on the other end. It's these creatures occupy a ridiculous amount of space, so thankfully you guys are in the same squares that matter. Sasha just let me make sure he just hits on that 16. Yep. Makes contact. Sasha. Okay, following Martin's cue, Martin is like, stab me. Sasha's like, I got you. They're like, bro. As 85 damage. Follow up with another one. And that just misses. Wait, you roll. Why'd you roll a disadvantage? It would have been an advantage, so you actually would have hit them on that one.
Yeah,
Because it
I
was a
saw
19 and a
19.
7. Yeah, there was a 19 and a 7. So yeah, you accidentally rolled it at disadvantage. All good. So you do hit at a 23. Go ahead and give me some damage. Stitch. Stop.
no?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, beautiful. Sasha comes in for an additional 6 for a total of 11 points of damage. Following through as they nod at Martin, and Martin gives them the nod of same respect. They're doing damage. They're doing what they can. Anything else for Sasha? Are they going to move at all?
No. I'm good.
Got it. Oh, this fissure. He survived for his turn, so he's going to give his final performance. It swings at Wrath first with the claw. Coming down for the big hit. Total annihilation as it misses. It stands there frustrated and angry. It turns around and then attacks Miss Allie. Hitting Miss Allie. Miss Allie takes 8 points of damage. Looking real beat up. Not great in any regard. Totally wounded and bashed. But all they can do is keep fighting for you. And they're going to then turn. They're going to look at you, Wrath, and then they're going to stare at Martin. And they're going to put up their claw. And they're just going to bring it like a guillotine right down on little old Martin. Right in front of you. If they can't break you, they're going to break your soul.
Oh,
You hear Martin's cry as he absolutely is going down.
oh,
Yeah.
Oh,
Maximum slap down.
Yikes.
He just gets just visually wrong and gruesome for poor little Martin. Wrath, this is just not right. Pills.
I was close to instant death.
I know.
It didn't instant death because he had 4 HP.
So it was close.
Close. It was very close. Yeah. If he had 1 HP, that would have instant deathed him.
Yeah.
But he had 4. He had 3 HP over the cusp. So yeah, it was close, but not enough. He's down though. He's still rolling death saves. Pills, you see this. Things are looking rough up north. In front of you, it's a weird catch-22. You're really not sure what the hell's happening in front of you. You don't know what that big creature is over there. You don't know if it's the same creature grabbing this, even though it looks like it, and common sense wants to tell you yes, but this cave is terrifying. And up north, there's a lot of blood between. You're not sure if it's your allies or your enemies because everyone's falling dead.
This
What do you do?
this one right in front of me, it's still on the ceiling, right? Like it's still.
It's not necessarily. It's being held like in the between the ceiling and the floor. It's literally being held by something behind the wall.
Is it
Go ahead. It's grappled.
like it's close enough to me that if I moved, it would be in
It will
range
not
to
be
hit
able
me?
to hit you. No, because it's considered grappled.
Okay.
It's restrained. Yeah.
Okay. I
Yeah. Wrath moved
will.
earlier.
I'll just take a kind of step back here, and then I will. Jeez. I'll leave that one for now, and
Okay.
then I will attack this one that's kind of in the middle.
Okay.
And I'll shoot it with an Eldritch Blast.
Fire the Eldritch Blast. And it collapses. Down.
And then I will send Will, or Will will run up here. No, to here.
He's over here doing
He will
whatever that
use
dragon
his team tactics help action
rain of
as a
fire.
bonus action to help Martin to stabilize him.
Okay. He slides, pulls up the little med kit, field med kit, giving Martin a talk in his unconscious state of how to be safer, and then pulls and makes it nice and taut of the little bandage around the wound, and you just see him put his hand over him and just confirm that he is stabilized. Martin does not have to make any saves.
Yay.
And then this one here is dead.
Is that okay?
He's just gonna stay where he is. Actually, and maybe he'll just like scoop up a little blood, and he'll just be like,
Okay. You got it.
Good.
With that, you get a little. These are some potent ones. But no time for that. This one's going to try to break free from the grasp of its wielder. It's going to make a save. Ooh, that's a good save, but I think their grip is stronger. Oh! The creature in which was holding the cave fisher for some reason falters, and you guys just as the creature falls onto the ground, flips, and then immediately skitters forward and goes in on Orston.
I'm hidden though, right?
Just kidding. Wait. Let me check something on these creatures. Yep, just kidding. Orston is hidden. It ignores Orston and goes for Charles.
I'm sorry.
Teammates, they don't even want to defend the summons. Oh, completely misses Charles. Gosh,
Yay.
if you weren't hitting, you would have got hit.
Monster
Still. This is just wrong. Who am I gonna hurt now? Crit fail. It's gonna have to hurt itself. It throws up for rolls into the wall as it attempts to hit a small target. It's gonna make a con save. Passing that, taking half of this damage. Nothing crazy. Just a little tippet. One can't take half of one, so it's gonna take the full of it as it just kind of. And it's gonna throw one at the mage because it's there. He just sees him. The mage assistant's like, our apprentice. Pills! As he calls out for help. Pills, you see the creature just kind of barrel forward. The mage takes a hit.
"Who's calling out for help?"
The mage assistant right behind you.
Apprentice.
Oh, he's barking up the wrong tree.
Well, the creature's right behind you now, so there's that. Orston, you see all of this play out, and you were hidden. How guilty you feel, but no one got hurt. At least no one you care for. What do you do?
Am I able to get a good look at these big things? Do
Yeah.
I know what they are?
History check. They are Formian giants. They are like if Fallout had proper giants in the game, these would be the radiated versions of what it happens to a giant. They have boils and bulbs, and they really look like the hag that had, mentioned having nephews or what have you, family in general. They look to be those kind of massive, creepy creatures in which she sound very confident would shred you all to pieces. It does not look at any of you with intense. It seems to be focused dead on the bugs at this time.
She did tell us they wouldn't hurt us.
This is true.
I think we could just leave and let them fight each other.
If these creatures weren't attacking you guys the entire time.
Yeah. Okay.
I think if we just kill the creatures, then the giants might help us instead.
I'm gonna attack this one.
Right. It would be considered as a sneak advantage, etc., because you are invisible, or theoretically coming out of stealth to
At
surprise them.
advantage?
Correct. Ooh, couldn't have been a better opportunity as you fly out and crit.
Okay. Hold on. Let me look at what the sneak attack is. 3d6?
So 66. And then
Oh, I
the
just
crit
do
button.
66?
Because you critically,
double
so it's
everything.
all the dice
Oh,
you
you
roll is
double
doubled.
everything.
Just the dice. So the 4 plus 3, the 7 is flat already. Or sorry, that's the hit. The 4 is flat already, but you
So when
add
I do
the dice.
damage, I click the critical hit button and I put in situational 6d6.
I think you could do 3d6 in the situational and do critical, and it'll double it. But let's find out. I'll make a lesson out of it. Yeah, figured it out. Beautiful. 46 points of backstabbing
Jesus
damage.
Christ.
How do you go about this? Like when you come out of stealth, do you just like poke it like a balloon and it just pops, or is there more finesse to it?
I would say I kind of like fly towards it, make a jump towards it, and stab right between the plates.
Got it. You just get it like right under what would be a fingernail nerve to a human person. This cavefish is like. It's like you paralyze it to death. It's dead, yet there is no mess. This is what one would call a non-magic death touch. Impressive. Done.
Saved all the blood. Good.
Yeah, technically.
Keep
With
the
that,
food.
do you move anywhere, Orston? Very nice.
No, but can I harvest some of the blood?
You wouldn't know that yourself.
Okay.
Phil's can
Then
educate you, though, if you survive it.
I'll move up then.
You got it.
Moving it, bro.
Up to the fray.
And I want to use cunning action to hide.
You
I
fly
might have
ahead,
one.
you kill something, you fly ahead, and then you do or don't disappear. Let's see.
Stealth?
Yep.
Advantage or normal?
Maybe normal. You do a good job of hiding from what matters most. Wrath. You don't look for Orston. He doesn't look for you. What do you do as you now have 2 dead fissures out of the 3 present and 2 unknowns in all theoretical sets because Orston didn't communicate with anyone?
Oh shit, my bad.
Let's see here.
Oops. Sorry, Miss Allie.
Well, I did see it too. I kind of want to attack this thing in front of us.
The fissure's the biggest threat for sure.
Yeah, so I'm gonna go move up and attack.
Okay.
I'll be like, "This is for Martin."
Oh.
No purchase.
And this is not in advantage zones, right? This is
No,
not
that would
flanking.
not be
No,
advantage.
okay. All right. The next one will be for Martin,
No.
and
Does
Martin
Martin
will
go?
move up to the side for a flanking position.
You got it.
Attack. Advantage.
For
And
myself.
he misses.
No purchase.
Second attack. Something. Yes.
Makes a contact.
And really crappy.
The mom.
Martin is alive?
Oh, Martin's not alive. I'm sorry.
Oh, Martin's down. Martin doesn't kill. He's stable though.
He's
He's fine.
stable, not
stable.
not
Yeah,
up.
yeah. He's zeroed. Yeah. Sorry.
Ah.
We